Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Uncensored. As always, I am here with Kieron.
Hello.
Oh God, don't put any other highs. But anyway, Kieron, you start us off with your topic.
Right. Well, this is the only topic I've got, so I might have some more topics later if I remember, because I've got a sheet of paper with loads on, but this is a new one that I haven't added on yet. But yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, I'm slipping. I'm
it's
slipping.
slipping! It's
Um,
slipping, everyone. We're just
anyway,
say no,
anyway,
guys. We're in a weird mood today.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, someone sent me a video of this on Instagram. Literally a couple of days ago, and they said they've seen the podcast and they want us to talk about this topic. So
Okay.
they said they said to me, Kieron, do you support and agree with what Nigel Farage is saying about obviously all the boats coming over and everyone, he wants to get them back over to their own countries, which I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. I
Right.
agree with things he's saying. Like if they come over here and break the law, then they should deserve to go back to their own country and suffer the punishment in their country. But then now he's talking about getting rid of sick pay if you're ill. So if you've got a part-time job or a full-time job and you wake up one morning and you're ill and you can't physically go to work, he's on about getting rid of sick pay. But I haven't seen, apart from videos saying this is what's going to happen and people are saying this is what he wants to do. It does say on Google he has mentioned it.
Right.
I know Google can be talking a load of crap, and I know Google isn't always the best place to go because Google can sometimes not give you the right or correct answer all the time.
Yeah.
But there is rumors saying that he wants to is challenged some kind of like the human rights bill.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly he's looked at that and he wants to he wants to give us freedom of speech back, which is
Fair enough.
I can't remember ever losing that, but whatever.
Well.
But then he's changing a few things where he wants us to, like, if you're ill, you've just got to take it on the chin and go, well, I'm ill, I'm not at work, I shouldn't be getting paid. I shouldn't be getting paid while I'm at home. But I think bills do not stop when you're ill.
True. True.
So to be honest, I don't want to say I mean, if he does say that and he thinks that's what's going to happen, I think that's a wrong thing because it's people who are physically on the sick because they can't work for whatever health issues they've got.
Yeah.
They're off work with mental health or whatever. It's still the doctors will still class it as an illness.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
if you're off work, just say you go to work and you have a shit day at work and you just want to think, you know what, I'm going off with mental health. I'm going off with work-related stress. I can't be dealing with it. You go off work. You tell your boss that you're going off with work-related stress,
Yeah.
and you send a sick note in or a fit note in to your employer, and you say, right, this is my sick note. You know, here, because up to now, you do get paid for it. Up to
Yeah.
now, you do get paid for being off. But I think you have to stand I think it's 3 to 7 days. So in some companies, you have to wait a
Okay.
couple of days before you can actually get it. But he wants to scrap it all completely. But like I said
Right.
before, there's people out there that physically cannot work because they've got rather bad mental health or they've just got underlying health issues which makes them, I don't know, disabled or something like that. And if they are getting paid from work, if they're not claiming anything else, like any
Yeah.
other disabled benefit, he wants to get rid of that, like the sick pay.
Yeah. I know what you
Even if
mean.
even if you're off work for a week or 2 week or a month, he wants to get rid of it no matter how long you're off. Even if, I mean, it don't matter if you're off work for a day or two, because some companies don't. You have to wait
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
a couple of days before you start getting sick pay, because it's no point paying you sick pay if you're only going to be off for one day.
Exactly.
If you've got like, if
Exactly.
you've got like, if you've got like a 24-hour bug, there's no point paying you. You're just
No.
going to take
No.
on. You're just going to lose. You're just going to lose what you're supposed to have earned today.
Yeah.
But he wants to say no matter how long you're off for, even if it's weeks, months, years, whatever. He wants to get rid of it, and I'm thinking, I don't remember him mentioning that, but I do know he has talked about small businesses a lot. Helping,
Yeah.
like, he wants to help small businesses. Now, he may have mentioned it, but I don't know if it's true that he wants to get rid of it, like the sick pay entirely.
I mean, obviously, you sent me the video as well that you got
Yeah,
sent, and it was someone saying it. It was actually Nigel saying it. It was someone saying that Nigel
yeah,
has said it. Now,
yeah,
obviously, I don't know if he has said it or if he hasn't said it. I don't know. Obviously, same as you. You know, Google has said he has said it, and I know he said that he were going to be cracking down on people who are on any type of benefit. You know, he wants to cut down and get them back into work. So,
yeah, yeah,
so obviously, I don't know if that was about the sick pay. Obviously, we can't really say you know, it is going to happen. It ain't going to happen. We don't actually know until it gets into power. But I don't know if he'll get rid of it, all of it. But I definitely do think he will cut down on it, and I do think it'd be more or less like it'd be like mental health and that lot, because he don't really believe in mental health.
yeah. No, I say someone said that it's just I don't know if I think it was on TikTok. There was a video and someone said for people who are off with mental health or claiming they got
Mm.
mental health, he went, "What do you think about it?" And he just went, "It's all in the red."
Yeah,
He didn't say
exactly.
he didn't say it in these exact words, but he just said people have a bad day at work and they'll claim mental health.
Yeah, true, true.
Thing is, I'm not saying I don't believe in it, and I'm not saying I do believe in it, but there is some. I have seen a few people literally go home like literally from other jobs that I've worked in the past, even if it's been voluntary or just work experience or whatever. Someone, it only takes one person to go to work and get some bad news from home about
Mhm.
your mom, your dad, your nanan, whatever. They could lose the job because of obviously pay cuts, and that will instantly put you in the most deepest, darkest hole.
Mhm.
You'll feel like your mental health is actually playing up.
I
I
mean,
know, I know many people now can say, "Oh, I've like something pathetic like, oh, I've chipped my nail. I need to have time off work now.
uh,
Oh, I've run out of toothpaste. I need to have time off work." Things like that. I don't agree with, but I do believe like if something hits you that hard, it's gonna mess you up there.
mm,
You know, like people. I mean, like when people like lose loved ones and that lot, or lose family pets or whatever. If you're really, really connected to that thing that you've lost, like a human, like if it's a human or a pet or whatever,
yeah.
it is gonna leave you a bit in a vulnerable place. And literally, I know a friend who's literally just lost his nan recently to stage 4 cancer,
Mm,
and he's getting a tattoo to remember her. And he said it's still, even though he's come to grips with it, and he knows that okay, it's happened, and I've just got to carry on. He's got to carry on with life. It still hits him. He still goes to work, and he's not functioning properly because he's like it's there in his
yeah,
mind.
exactly.
So, and the boss has actually said to him, "I'll give you a week off before, like
Mm,
the Christmas week. I'll give you that time off so you can like get your mind in the right, like get your mind sorted, and then you can enjoy Christmas. It might not be a very good Christmas because
obviously.
you've lost someone this close to Christmas, who you might always see every Christmas, but." He said, like, it'll give you time to get your mind set and get everything sorted and come back whenever you're ready. So he's literally getting support. So I do believe mental health is a thing, but for some times I think, well, you're just playing on it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, back when we was kids, no one had heard of mental health. You know, there were no such thing as mental
Yeah,
health, and obviously, as we've progressed more people are hearing about mental health. Now, I agree with you. I do think a lot of people do play on it.
I mean, a
I
lot of
mean,
people, it happened when COVID happened. A lot of people got diagnosed with it when we were allowed to go out after we've had the big lockdown. Because I know some people that literally spend their entire lockdown on their own. They may have had kids or not. Yeah, you could phone your mom or phone your dad, or you could
yeah,
FaceTime and whatever. You've got internet to do that. But there's certain points where you're going to want to see someone or speak to someone or have some
mm,
company, but you can't because it's just certain rules. You had to sleep in your own houses. You couldn't go around to, if you. And I mean, I know someone who had a. Well, I don't know if he's still with this last now, but he wasn't living with his girlfriend, and he had to go home and sleep, and he had to like try and sneak round to his girlfriend's house every single day in COVID. 2 weeks after he did that, he got COVID.
mm.
So we don't know where he got it from. It could have been in the air for all we know. He could have
Well,
touched it and not realised.
yeah.
But thing is, I think a lot of people did start saying for mental health
Oh
it when when
yeah,
the when the COVID thing happened, and that's where it's become more of a thing now.
yeah.
Where
Since
you know,
COVID hit, that's when more or less a lot of people start suffering. I mean, I've known people who have the whole lockdown's done, but they will only go out if they have to.
yeah,
They are like COVID has really scared them to go out. They will not go out unless they have to. Someone comes to the door. They're putting a mask on. Even though you don't have to. They're going food like they have to go food shopping.
I saw literally an old woman, literally a couple of days ago, walk down my street, and she was wrapped up. She had, and obviously I know elderly people, they're more vulnerable to illnesses and diseases and
Obviously.
everything like that. But she went to the shop, and I had to feel sorry for her because she was walking down the street. She had a mask on.
Mm.
It was coming up to her mouth like that, so you couldn't see anything. Like, just like that. And she had a hat on, and she even had plastic
Pardon.
gloves. She even had plastic gloves on her hands, and I was like, she must be very scared to go out and touch a door or touch something else
Mm.
if there's a chance that they've touched it. So I've looked and I thought I felt very sorry for her just sat there going, how horrible must it feel for you to sit there or even go to the shop, which could be a local shop or whatever, and you just think, and you're scared to touch things. You've got to like put all these stuff on just to pick up a tin of beans, or even
Exactly.
or a box of tea bags or something, or
Mm.
even a pint of milk. It's like I get it if you had a skin condition, yeah, fair enough. But you just look at people and you think, yeah, you're old. Your immune system's not as great as what ours is at the
Obviously.
minute for thing. But then you look and you think, I do feel sorry for old people that have to suffer and actually wear all these because I mean, so I've seen old men and old women walking shop coughing all over,
Oh, I
you
have.
know.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I mean, I know it's not a threat or much of a threat now,
Yeah, but
but
it's
but I
still.
don't want it. I mean,
Yeah.
I had COVID 3 times when it was around. I got it 3 times, and I remember not being in the rightest or nicest of positions of being ill. So I thought I'd rather not risk, someone coughing because that many germs that fly around this day and age. You don't know what's happening.
Kieron, I'm trying to stay calm, but my next door neighbour's having some work doing it, and it's really winding me up. I don't know if you can hear the drilling on the video, guys.
I I don't I don't think I can hear it. I can hear people outside because we've got some work going on, but they're
Well,
like further down, so I can't really hear them much. But
I'm
for
sorry if
you, I
you
can't
guys
even hear
can
you.
hear.
I
Yeah,
can't even hardly hear. I can't hear noise at your end. I
it's
can just
next,
hear just.
it's next door, just drilling, and it's like, it's not like, it's like, it's like, anyway. Right. Sorry, I just had to say 'cause it's really winding me up. But yeah, obviously I've seen it, when I've been like going into a shop, the walk like there's like a couple of old people and they go, "Ooh, what's this?" Oh no, that's the dear one. Fuck off, buy it! You
You
just
coughed on
fucking
it.
coughed all over that. Get fucking whatever you've got. And then you're just going, oh no, it's the dear one. Alright, so someone else will get your whatever.
Yeah, but like I said, going back to my topic about the sick pin and everything,
Yeah,
I hope he doesn't, because there's people out there that if you're ill, I mean, if you're ill for 1 or 2 days,
yeah, that's
if you're if
different.
it's different. If your company says, right, you've got to wait 3 days or a week before you get sick pay, you take it on chin.
Yeah,
You take it on chin. You do know it's going to come, just not yet. But if Nigel is saying, no matter what hours you're doing, no matter what job you've got, if it's a full time or part time,
yeah.
if he's telling the truth, they want to get rid of it.
Hmm.
It will piss a lot of people off, and a lot of people, and I think a lot of people who have voted will go, yeah, I don't really want to vote for him now. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of young people have voted for him, and a lot of young people are like easy to, I won't say manipulate, but they're easy to speak to if he speaks their language.
yeah, cause
Yeah, so
yeah,
he's got a lot of people voting for him, and young people have never voted for like parties before. They never voted for Conservative, never voted for Labour. According to him, that he's the first party to get young people to vote for him. I don't know if it's true or not,
I don't know.
but supposedly a lot of young is out of all the parties that's there, he's the youngest person or youngest. It's the newest party, shall I say, to have a lot more young people voting. Now, I
Think,
hope he does live up to. There is some things that he did say that he was going to help small businesses out,
yeah,
and
but
I hope he does do that, because everyone, if you start a business up, you need to have someone who knows how to get you out there. So when you do get on your feet and you do get a business thing every single day, and you've got customers coming to you every single day, at least you know that you know what to do, and you're on the
yeah.
right, and you've been pushed in the right direction. All you got to do is just keep business coming.
I mean, thing is with Nigel, he knows what to say to get people to vote for him. Whether him lying or telling the truth, he knows what to say and he knows how to get people to vote for him. I mean, all this
Yeah.
could be a load of shit what he's saying he's going to do. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it could be worse than Keir Starmer. It really could. You know, people might go, wow, Nigel, terrible. You know, we want Keir Starmer back. You know, I mean, I can't see it ever happening. But
I don't think people want Keir Starmer back, because
no.
there's a few videos I've seen on the internet, especially on Facebook and on TikTok, and a lot of
I've seen
people
it a lot on
have
TikTok.
seen. Yeah, they've made songs about him being the worst prime minister in the world. They've even said that even if he was to leave today, the second in command would jump in charge, and they said the second command, like the person who's his second in command, is
Deputy
supposed to be
leader.
worse than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be worse than him.
Thing. I mean,
I mean,
I
there's rumors going around that Keir Starmer's wanting to start a war with Russia because they've seen Russian submarines in our English waters.
yeah. I mean,
I'm like, just leave them alone. If they're not sending any missiles towards us yet, so don't worry about it.
yeah.
They're probably like researching what we're doing and probably like trying to get something from there. But are they posing a threat? Are the like as our navy classing it as a threat? Because it's the navy that our navy'd have to deal with it.
Thing is, though, when one of the Russian ships was in our waters, we flew two planes over, and the Russian ship started shooting at our planes for no reason. You
Yeah.
know, so obviously, Keir Starmer. I mean, to be honest, no one can take Keir Starmer, serious. I just don't believe anything like, tell Putin, stay out of our waters. No, okay, well I tried. Well, that's it.
No,
That's
this
it.
is what Keir Starmer would go up to and go, stay out of our waters. He'd go, no. Do you want my dad? Do you know what my dad was?
Do you know?
I have a screwdriver that my dad made. I will unscrew every single bolt on your submarine if you carry on. My dad was a tool maker, and I'm the biggest tool he made.
But he probably would.
I'm the king of tools. It's like Batman got his like little tool belt there, like little
Yeah, all the
old
little
Muslim
stuff.
man.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I
The
can't.
that man's got like a boomer, like a bat boomerang thing.
Yeah.
That'd be a stormerang. You
Take
know.
my stammerang. Oh shit, it's coming back. Oh man.
But I'm saying, to be honest, I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe we need someone in control, in charge of this country that's got some stones to say. Listen, this needs to change. That needs to change. I mean, and I don't know if you mentioned. I don't know if you've seen this, but I reposted a video on TikTok the other day in Sheffield Town Centre where the fountain, where they have all like the peace gardens, like the
Yeah, I know.
fountains.
Yeah, yeah,
Are. Right. Well, obviously they were setting up the Christmas stalls.
yeah,
Well, I think they were, or they are. But they were doing something down there, and there were police around there making sure that no one causes trouble while they were thinking. And a man who was recording. I don't know what he was recording for, but he supposedly seen this man when this woman was texting. This man was looking over her shoulder like that, trying to see what phone she'd got. And when she'd bent down, because this bloke had said she'd bent down to pick something up, and he went behind her and did some kind of sexual gesture behind her.
yeah. I think you
Obviously,
told me this
that could
before.
be that could be a number of gestures that he's done. But they actually grabbed hold of him instead, and obviously a lot of people go, "Oh, police aren't doing that." The police actually grabbed hold of him because they got him under citizen's arrest. They
Yeah,
actually got him. He admitted that he was doing it. He went, "Yeah, I did it, but it's not a crime. I was just admiring and whatever." And he couldn't
yeah,
speak. He couldn't speak very good English,
yeah.
but he was saying that he was just looking. He didn't touch her or didn't do anything wrong. But because he wasn't from this country, a lot of people, the police actually handcuffed him, put him in the car, and drove off. Now, Did they go around the corner and release him, or did
Probably.
they take him to the police station? Because
They
I'm
probably.
guaranteed, if we
Oh,
did that,
fuck
we'd be
me.
we'd have got our fingerprints done as
Oh,
soon as we got down there.
oh yeah, we'd have been banged up, fucking everything. We'd have been in prison by now. He
But I'm
probably.
hoping. I know there is some police that do take it serious.
But there is the.
That do take the thing serious where people are coming over here doing all this stuff that they're doing, and police are actually stopping them. But it is just, I don't know. It's just I'm seeing a lot. That's like every day I'm seeing more and more of people coming over. I mean, did you see? Pardon me. Did you see what they did? What the last boat tried to do when they were coming over? I can't remember where it were, but um two boats went into one of the dinghies to try and like sink it.
Wow.
I can't remember what country it were. I can't remember what I think it's. I can't remember what country it were now. But it was but they started getting them there, and their borders completely solid to the point where they see a dinghy coming and you're not welcome. They will happily shoot the dinghy and let you deflate in the water.
Fuck hell.
But the boats, literally, if I can find it, I will send it you on TikTok later. But the
Yeah.
boats, literally, two boats were coming, and they were knocking the dinghy like this, and the dinghy, and people were screaming. But the thing is, though, which I don't agree with, and I know people are going to say, well, 1 minute you agree, next minute you're not. But a lot of people said it's just men coming over. On the video I saw, there was women on that boat.
The thing is, that's the whole thing I don't
I
get.
don't get. We see. It's more men. More men are coming over here
Yeah,
and they're causing crimes like rape and stuff like that. But then when you're seeing videos of them going to another country, they're sending all the women there. So what's happening is the men coming over here and the women going somewhere else,
probably.
or are they just sending more men over here than women?
I don't know, man. 2 minutes. So me, I took with Iron. Go on, carry on.
Because a lot of people are saying they're sending young fighting age men to come over here that
Yeah.
can happily pick up a gun. I mean, what about the thing that happened recently with the baby Jesus nativity stand. Did you hear about that?
No.
Supposedly, in the UK, they've done a nativity thing,
Mm.
and it's got like the baby Jesus in the, and obviously just everything what it looks like. Obviously, we've seen it. We all know what what it
Yeah,
looks like.
obviously, yeah.
We did, we've done it at school and stuff, so we know what it looks like. But someone they've done like a little barn thing,
Yeah.
and they've put a doll in there, mannequins and whatever, and made it look like what they think it would look like if baby Jesus in that day.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound racist. And I say this every time I mention this, like mention anybody. But some people who are not from this country stole the baby's head. Literally took the baby's head off and then started chanting stuff about Palestine and all this Islam stuff, and they were waving the flags around. And I don't know what happened after that, but I literally just went. I literally had to scroll off it because I thought, what the fuck is this world coming to?
I don't know, man.
I mean, imagine someone in your family makes a nativity thing.
Yeah, they took
Just
the time out of their, whatever they got to do to
yeah,
literally build it. And it's not something that takes a day. It probably take
yeah,
a good few like weeks or something. You put the time and effort in, and then you get people who probably don't celebrate Christmas same time as us, or don't celebrate Christmas at all, whatever. But I mean, you just don't. I mean, obviously people have all over the world. People like celebrate Christmas. Well, different religions celebrate Christmas at different times. So
yeah,
like, and it's a case of we don't go like to them doing whatever they don't like. We don't do that. But
yeah.
if we did, just like, you see it. I see on TikTok, oh, the far right are doing this, the far right are doing that. And don't even some of the people that are out there, I will hold my hands up and say they do need to be arrested. For the, there's such a thing as peaceful protesting. That's what you should do. Trashing a mosque or where like people pray. It's not the right thing to do. Violence ain't gonna solve nothing. But they get arrested, which fair enough, they deserve it. But if like a group of Muslims or a different religion trash a Christian or a Catholic church,
Mm.
they'd get off with it scot free. It was a protest. Ah,
Yeah,
okay, that's it. And I mean, obviously, people listen to this. You guys are just racist. We're not. It's the case of it can't be one rule for one and one rule for another. You've got to
exactly.
think if a white Englishman went to trash a mosque, should he get locked up? Yes. If a Muslim man went to trash a church, should he get locked up? Yes. But the government nowadays is saying no. But why? What is the big difference? There isn't. That man who trashed a mosque, he's got to eat, sleep, drink to survive. So as the other man. So why are we treated different? I mean,
Exactly.
this is one thing. Right? Everyone, well, not everyone. Hey, this is a bit of history for you, Kieran. Everyone is saying the UK is racist. You've heard that, haven't you?
Oh, I've heard it from ever since I've seen mass videos of people saying, like people saying, get them out, get them back on the boats where they come from. I've been seeing videos non-stop about it. People saying, oh, they're not welcome here. Ever since then, videos started becoming an everyday occurrence on my TikTok and on uh, Twitter, Facebook, whatever other social media they're sharing them on. I think even before that, they've even said we're
Yeah.
racist. But we're not that. We're not. Pardon me, we're not racist because if we were racist, we wouldn't allow we wouldn't allow anyone that's a different skin color to be in this country.
I'm going to give you a bit of history. Everyone who says the UK is racist, do some research. What were one of the first countries that abolished slavery? Yes,
Exactly.
you're right, the UK. So if we are that racist, why were we one of the first countries to abolish it?
Exactly.
and before the comments are, oh, you're wrong, Google it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
yes,
Google. Yeah.
you know, that's what people don't get the difference between racist and concerned. You know, that's the whole thing. You know, we're concerned. You know, we're not saying
I've said from day one, I don't care what skin colour you are. If you're okay with me, I'm okay with you.
exactly. There is
I
nothing
don't. I mean,
wrong.
like I said before, there's a man who works at a shop down there, and he's not English. He's from
Hmm.
India. He's Indian, but he's one of the most nicest people you will ever speak to.
Yeah, exactly.
He's recently had a baby, right? I think I said this on a other podcast. He had a baby, and the baby is now, it's I think it's in the toddler stage of its
Mm.
life now, where it's like walking around, and it's like developing, as a normal baby should.
Yeah,
Every time I go down to the shop, I'll go, "Oh, how's your kid doing? Is he all right?" And he'll go, "Oh yeah, yeah, he's all right now.
yeah,
He's just finding his voice. He's sometimes like pick something up we don't want him to pick up." I'm like, "Well, that's good." I'm like,
yeah,
"Well, as long as he's not hurting himself, as long as he doesn't break anything that you have to repair, and
yeah,
hopefully, you know, or that's it. As long as it's healthy, that's the best thing for it." And every day, I'll probably go into a shop. Every day, I'll go in that shop more or less every day or every other day,
yeah,
and I'll go in and I'll say, "Yeah, all right, mate." I'll probably only go in there to get a loaf of bread or maybe even some milk or maybe just a can of pop or something, tea bags, whatever. And I'll literally stand and have a good maybe 10 to 20 minutes chat with
yeah,
him.
exactly.
So if we were racist, which
Pardon me.
I've been called racist
Oh, so have
on a
I.
few videos. But if I was that racist, or if the UK was racist, we wouldn't allow anyone in this country with different skin colour. We're not. Like I said, I'm not racist. Obviously, you're not racist, Lee. We just, like you said, we're
We're
concerned.
concerned that. I mean,
And if, like, I say, if you're okay with us, we're going to be okay with you.
I'm not saying everyone who come over on boats are
Oh yeah,
wrong, and they're not.
exactly.
Some
Yeah.
people are literally just trying to escape, from a dangerous place. Would I don't I nothing wrong with that. I completely think if you're in danger in your own homeland, yeah, flee to a country you're safe. I understand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've got nothing wrong with that. But the ones that come over, I mean, there were one who literally had been here 4 hours, and within 4 hours he raped someone. It
Exactly.
is,
I remember that.
and then they go, yeah, but he didn't know what he was doing. I'm like, I don't.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but if I was a non-English speaking person,
Yeah,
and I come from a different country,
yeah,
and I did that to someone,
hmm
and I could see that the person was not in, like, she was
not
screaming and,
yes,
saying no. I think your brain would go, "Hang on a minute, this isn't this isn't right." What, she's not like giving signs of this is okay, which is, she's showing all the signs of saying it's not okay.
yeah, exactly,
She's not like doing. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying. Obviously, I'm not, obviously could have done this to person could have done this to numerous people before he got caught.
yeah,
But
exactly.
anyone knows. I mean, I've known this from being young, where if a girl says no,
It's
or even if a
no,
woman, or a girl, depending how old you are, if you're
yeah,
gonna, if you're gonna be, pinpoint certain age groups, but it doesn't matter if you're a woman, young woman, or a young girl, whatever. If they say no, it means no.
yeah, exactly.
If they give you,
We have, yeah,
yeah, if they give you consent, then they give you consent. But it irritates me when I see it on TikTok where they go, "Did she give you consent?" And they go, "Yes, yes," and they go, "Well, no, she didn't."
yeah,
It's like when on the Facebook I see a lot of those predator people,
yeah, yeah.
and hunting paedophiles down. They literally said, one of them actually literally said, "Oh, she gave me permission to ask, like, for me to tell me what I'd do to her." And then they went, "Well, on the chat logs, she hasn't give you consent."
Let
You
me
know,
just
the
stop
the,
you
the
there. Right. even if someone underage, I mean, for starters, why are you talking to someone underage? You should. That's just you
Exactly.
shouldn't anyway.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
even if she gives you permission, she's underage. You know, she could literally
Exactly.
draw up a fucking contract. It's the case of you. The thing is though, she could. You don't talk to them, and even if they
Exactly.
give you consent, you still don't do it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
it's so fucking
Exactly.
stupid. She gave me consent. How old was she? Whatever age. Yeah, underage. Consent doesn't mean fuck all. It doesn't.
Exactly.
You know. Yes. Now, if you are dating a woman that is legal age, we'll just say 30 because we're 30. Nah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
31. You're 30. Yeah. Consent means something then. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
But
if
yeah.
if you're at a pub, you think, oh, this woman will be good looking. You get talking to her, yeah, right. Disabled toilets, you're in. You know, but trust me, I've never done it, but I've heard it's a place to do it. But yeah,
I mean, I've seen a few, yeah, I've seen a few. I've heard a few stories about people in disabled
yeah,
toilets, but
exactly.
that's a video for another day.
Yeah, that be on the exclusive uncensored. But but no, it's thing is, it's the case of a woman gives you consent, yeah, but it's a case of you're dragging her down to the floor, however you're gonna do it, force her up against the wall and that, or she's screaming no, no, no. If your brain doesn't click in to go, she doesn't want
Exactly.
this. It's a
Exactly.
case of I don't think you should be on the streets. But before we carry on, we're not just saying it's the people that come over on boats. So there's a lot of people born over here that do it as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
and we don't care what skin color, what religion you are. You do that, you get what? About 10, we'll just say for a round figure, 10 years in prison. You can easily come out and do it again, and this is what I'm saying. Them kind of people shouldn't be let out. You know what I mean? Keir Starmer, we're trying to free up the prisons by letting people out early. Yeah, okay, they might have like a month left and they get let out, but still, that person.
If they've done small crimes,
Mm,
then maybe yeah, they've done
yeah.
small crimes. But if you've murdered someone or raped someone or anything among those same lines,
Mm.
then you should serve your full sentence or not get out at all.
Thing is
But
that that
if you've done like if you've robbed a car or you've robbed a shop, then a lot of people would class that as small crime.
yeah. I mean, he is letting small crimes out, but 9 times out of 10, people who have like raped people have escaped well, and they go, "Oh yeah, 24 hours, the wrong guy escaped." I'm like, what? Is there any checks, or did they just go on your marks, get set, go? Whoever gets out gets out.
Probably.
Tell you, oh man, I mean, we'll finish up with your topic because my topic is more or less the kind of same carrying on for what I've just said.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
we'll wrap up your topic. If Nigel does get in and he does get rid of sick pay, I think a lot of people will want him out. If he reforms it, I still think a lot of people will want him
I mean,
out.
a lot of people want him out anyway. A lot of people are
Yeah,
saying we don't want him in anyway because they're saying some people have voted for Labour all the way, but then some people have. There's a person I watch. I've mentioned him numerous times on here, but he more or less makes TikTok videos and he will literally speak his mind. Don't
yeah,
care if you hate him. Don't care if he loses followers. He just speaks his mind. And he literally slagged Nigel off for a good couple of minutes on his video, and he lost literally 100 of his followers, and then he gained another 100 back because they thought, well, maybe he is right, but he's saying in 1 minute, oh, Nigel's this, Nigel's that. But then he's slagging off the Prime Minister next minute, saying, well, Keir Starmer's doing this. Now, I know no matter what you do in power, you're never going to get someone going, oh, he's the best Prime Minister,
no,
he's done
no, no.
everything right.
There's not. You'll never
Yeah,
get. You'll never get. Thing is, Britain. Well, out of the UK, is a country of mourners. We'll always
Yeah.
find something to mourn about. You know, the next prime minister could knock the prices down where you could do a weekly shop on £50. There was someone I
Yeah.
want it for £20. You know, there was you'll always, we are a country of mourners. We always will find something to mourn about.
Like you just said then, and you probably have it for 20 quid. You probably get a monthly shop on 20 quid. Shopkeepers, I have a family. I don't have a living.
Yeah, exactly. So you know you're always going to get people complaining about, but
So
wrapping it
yeah,
up, only thing we can do is see what happens when he gets to power. Because a lot of prime ministers, well, party leaders, said they're going to do this. Then when they find out they come in power, they think, "Fuck me, I can't." You
yeah.
know, I mean, look at Keir Starmer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, but everyone knew we were a liar
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, no, they don't. Because people, this is what I don't get, and I am being really calm. Really calm. I am not going to swear. I am not going to scream. Some people still believing him.
Well,
Now,
if they've supported Labour for I don't know numerous times,
yeah, but the thing is, though, man, he is literally
if they've supported it for a for a
a
long
long
time,
time, yeah. Yeah, but the thing is,
people are
though,
gonna, people are just going to stick with him.
yeah, but the thing is, though, he's not kept any of his promises. What he promised to bring anything, I'll nationalize the railways. No. I'll bring your energy prices down. No. I'll sort the economy. No. I'll support the NHS. No. He's not done anything. Only thing he's done is lied about, well, not him, but they've just lied about that black hole that they had. What was it? 32 billion. Oh, it wasn't 32 billion, was it? It was the big, it wasn't even in the 30s.
Yeah,
It was
and
more.
I think I remember. Yeah,
It was. It was. I think they said when they come in power, right? It was 20. It was 20 billion. Then after a month, it was 25 billion. Then all magically it jumped to 30 billion, and then we get fucking Rachel Reeves. "Oh, I'm gonna raise taxes." Oh, what? What? Why are you raising taxes? We need to cover this black hole. What black hole? The
exactly. What
one,
black hole?
the one that the Conservatives done. Yeah. And has it come out she was lying? Yes. It was all a big lie. And Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves, we are not lying. Well, you're a tool maker. No, you're the tool, so yeah, you are the liar. And she doesn't know her arse from her elbow.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of shit. It literally. I'll just. I don't know. It's the case of the both lied, and
Put it
that's
this
it.
way: a lot of people, no matter who you get in, they're all going to say they're liars
Oh
because they'll say
yeah.
one thing, and they've only got a budget to do so much,
Oh yeah. That yeah. I mean, I'm not
and that's
saying.
it. So they'll say, 'cause like Nigel said, within the first week of him being in power, the borders will be closed,
Mm.
so no more boats can come over. But they'll find other ways of getting in
Oh
anyway.
yeah, they will. I mean, they
So
used
I
to
just
come at back of
so
lorries. They'll just go back like under lorries, back of them. You know, they did it back then. You know, and then
that's them in planes for all we know. We don't know.
we don't know, like that. You were over UK. Go parachute. You know, the fucking it won't surprise me.
Well,
It,
yeah, you'll probably see some parachutes when he's in power coming out of sky. Like, oh, there's some more.
there's one. Oh, there's a random guy in my back garden. Want a cup of tea? Coffee? Water? He's just staring at me like he's gonna murder me. What's he want to drink? Brew? Okay, just jumped over the fence. I don't know where he's going. You know what I mean? If I would, I'm not lying, I would shit myself. If I open my blinds and I just see a parachute with a guy landing in my back garden, I'd be like, the fuck is happening?
I'd laugh and I'm like, I'd just probably look and go. I'd probably just like, I'd look out my window and be like, And I don't know. I'd look around and I'd be like, what's happening? And then I'd open. If he knocked on my door, I'd open the door and he'd go,
What?
I've come to live in your house. I'd be like, well, for one of you, a Jehovah's Witness. No, okay, well that's good then. What are you selling? You don't like a You don't like a salesman to me. Where's your notepad
Briefcase.
and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where's your notepad and everything? And obviously your stuff that you're trying to sell me. I'm not trying to sell you anything. What do you want then? Come to live in your house. Now part of me just want to go and shut the door in his face and lock it and probably barricade it a bit.
Yeah.
But I think another side of me would be like, well, if you're coming in, you're paying half towards the rent.
Exactly.
And I'd be like, and plus, I can't cook. I make it like I can't cook. I go, I
Yeah.
can't cook. So you're the chef.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll pay you. And he goes, oh, you pay me. The payment I'm paying you is a roof to sleep under.
Yeah. Like, you pay me. Yeah, sure. Pay you. I'll pay you in compliments. Do I get to bed? There's a very comfortable settee.
And if not, there's a very comfortable floor.
You know, like,
With a nail that sticks up in
oh,
it.
ow. Very tricky how you lay. You don't know what's going on. Very tricky if you lay in your stomach. Hey!
Well, I don't want that to think.
Yeah. But anyway,
It's like the
moving.
It's like the settee's there, but there's a leak in the ceiling, so at least you'll get your shoes washed.
Yeah. Put a
Shoes will be
cup
washed
there.
free of
Put a
charge by
cup
the
there.
rain.
Yeah. Put a cup there. Can I have water? Drip it in. What do you want? But anyway, moving on to my topic. Kieron.
Go on then.
You know when we was a kid? Yes.
Not very much, but you know,
Well,
I remember Freddos used to be about 10p.
yes.
Now
And
about nearly, I think in a few years' time they'll be about 25 grand.
I think they're about 80p now. I think they've gone to about 80p when the budget came out. But anyway, Kieron.
Last time I had one, they were 25p, but okay.
Oh,
Fair
could
enough.
be. But anyway, when we went to school, how many days did we go to school? Actually, let me rephrase that. Okay. Best not say it like. Let me rephrase that. How many days is school? It's 5 days, isn't it?
Well, obviously, everyone knows it's 5 days. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, 5 days.
I had to change that.
Friday.
I had to change that. How many times did we go to school? Once, twice. But anyway, so
Got exam on that day.
yeah,
Got
exactly.
to school that day. Why? I've got sore throat. You know, okay, I have time off. We'll send it to your house though. Where's the matches?
Oh, did you ever get that when you were ill and they sent your homework to your house? Oh,
I think I only got it once, and
Yeah.
I was like, next time I'm just gonna go. If I've got flu or cold, I'm just gonna go to school and get everybody else. You know?
yeah. But anyway, so yeah,
So yeah, so we go to school Monday to Friday, as far as I'm aware,
yeah,
and I think a lot of schools still do that.
yeah. The government are on about making it a 4-day week.
4-day week.
Yep. So you go to school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people say that about businesses.
Now, don't get me wrong, mate. Fair enough.
A lot of people said that about work.
Yeah.
About businesses winning 4-day a week, and then a lot of people say it won't work because obviously, that won't. Well, if it does, then I'll be very surprised because I don't think it will work.
Won't work. It
Because
won't.
there's people like mums and dads that work for NHS, and they can't just, you know, if they're working on a patient. Oh, hang on, what's that? My kid's leaving school right here. You take over. You know, they've got to literally.
I'll be back.
Like
open auto session. I'll be back Monday when what the fuck am I saying? When my son's back at school. All right. Dude. Okay, stay there. I'll be back Monday. Bye. Yeah. He ain't gonna be there Monday. He's not. But thing is, it's true. What they gonna do? But, he's there. Right, make a decision. Did. 3 o'clock. Where are you going? I'm gonna pick up my kid. But don't you get someone else pick you up? Oh no, you finish school Thursday. They don't do Fridays now. But what about him? He'll be alright till Monday. But he might die. Well, if he dies, one less operation. Right, see ya. What the fuck?
I mean,
No!
that'd be a good sketch that for like some kind of Little Britain show. So that'd be something that I can imagine on seeing on Little Britain or something. But yeah, going back to what you just said, they tried doing that with
Yeah.
businesses. They tried doing that with businesses because I remember, I was in the warehouse, and they were saying that they need that it'd be nice if they could have a 4-day week where you just work, rather you get Monday, rather you do Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Pardon me.
people on a Friday, especially if you, I don't know, a lot of people like to go away for the weekend.
Yeah, obviously.
Maybe they've got a caravan, or maybe they've got
Yeah.
somewhere where they have to drive to it. But the thing is, you won't want to go if you've only got 2 days off, which is the weekend, and you're leaving Friday, and just say it takes you a couple hours to get there. You're wasting most of your time driving.
Yeah.
So, pardon me. So it's like having a 4-day weekend. Oh, sorry, having a 4-day week. So you've only got to
Yeah.
go to school or work for 4 days would be all right for some in some cases. But like I just said about the NHS, if people can't leave work, pick the kid up because they're not old enough to take themselves home, or they haven't got anyone else to pick them up, the school they'd still be at school because they'd have to run like after school clubs or something, or they'd have to do something to keep the kids there safe so they're not roaming the streets.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I completely agree with you. I mean, childcare would go through the roof,
Oh
because you
yeah,
have to pay for childcare. But I mean, it's always been a 5-day week. Yeah, I know very, very days in the past, it was only one day, it was Sunday. Yeah, I understand that. But then they bring it to 5 days. That's it. Now they bring it down to 4-day week because teachers are burning out, stuff like that. Yeah, I can understand trying to teach, stuff to kids nowadays where, today's generation, say it nicely, don't give a
they
fucking
don't they don't
shit.
they don't they don't study the same stuff we did
No, they don't care.
because I watched something on I think it was on ITV. I think it were on the ITV news channel on TikTok, and literally, no word of a lie, it said that some schools are using iPads now to get their work done.
We never had iPads.
Exactly.
To,
When we
to
were at school, we used to have
a
we used to
computer.
have computer, pen and paper.
Then
That's all
again,
it
to
were.
be honest, if we had
Computer,
iPads,
pen
they'd have
and
been
paper.
stolen, wouldn't they? They'd have been
People have been
stolen.
downloading bleeding, I don't know, shooting games and something like
Oh
Flappy Bird
yeah,
or something.
but oh, are you studying? Yeah. Yes. What's up, teacher? What? I want a 10 kill streak. What are you doing? Well, I've just finished a sentence. Sentence cod. Sentence cod. Yeah. It would be. Seriously, that would have been us. Oh, that would have been like that. Seriously, if we'd have got iPads, two things would happen. One, they'd have been playing more games, or two, it'd have been like Miss would have gone, "Oh, sir, iPads." They'd have given like 50 out, and two would have come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
They'd have been like, "What?"
I remember that kid in our design technology class. We
Yeah.
had to make them we had to make a box, didn't we, for Christmas?
Oh.
You could take it home and you can put like stuff in it, like
Yeah, I remember that.
chocolates or something. Well, obviously, I struggled to make a box. Obviously, that's the only thing I probably struggled with in that class was that. But there was a guy. Then I don't know. You'll probably know, but I'm not going to mention no names.
Yeah, but it's not.
There was that kid that was sat next to me, and you know him, and we literally sat there and he was playing on the website called Cool Maths.
Yep, I
And
remember him.
there's that game like a shape in like a rectangle or something. And each time you got to control it, and you've got to make it go down the little square upright.
Yeah.
And and you go on to the next level. He was playing that more or less every single time we were in that class.
Exactly.
And
No,
then as soon
no
as the
got
teacher
work
come
done.
round, as soon as teacher come round, you just go,
Yeah,
and he'd go
exactly.
right, and then
Just
he'd
a
be like,
quick
they'd be like,
line. Yeah, you're there. You're like, ah,
what are you doing? Just writing, just putting the name on it, miss. And he's like, and she's like, okay then. And then she look at me and she'd go, what are you doing? Like, just doing the same. I will admit, I'm not gonna lie, I actually did
who
play games
didn't?
in class.
Who
In class.
didn't?
Who didn't? Yeah, exactly.
In graphic design, who didn't? You got a
To be honest,
computer. The teacher literally sat at her computer. I'll come and check your work in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, bit of Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. That was that. Seriously, people slag Minecraft off. That was the go-to game when we were
It
at
were,
school.
it
It
were,
was
yeah.
teacher. Just going out class. Don't be noisy. Okay, we won't be. Door shuts. Yes, I built a house. Yeah. She comes back in, and it to connect the. She'd come round here.
Do you remember
Connect.
that kid though that actually didn't close it down on purpose?
No, no,
Because
no.
we were in design technology,
Yeah.
right? And like you said, cool maths or Minecraft was the go-to
Yeah,
game.
yeah. They were the game. Yeah.
Some people would play Counter Strike because you can get a free Counter Strike version,
Oh
but it's not a
yeah.
very good. It's not a very good one. I've played it. It's literally don't feel like Counter Strike at all. It just feels like a random first-person shooter game where it moves for you. So
Yeah.
all thing you have to do is all thing you have to do is click the mouse.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
remember there was I don't know where I can't remember where he was sat. I think he was sat like we were on the desk and he was sat like on a diagonal seat, like a corner seat.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
like between because
So
there was like a desk there, and there was like one chair that was like that, or one there, but it was like pointing like the back was like towards the other desk, weren't it? Yeah, I know
yeah,
what you're on about.
and
Yeah.
he literally loaded up Minecraft as soon as the teacher walked out. Obviously, I don't know if we were on other game. I can't remember. We probably did,
Yeah.
but the teacher come in and he's like that, focusing on like digging like knocking down a tree and that lot. The teacher and I know this for a fact now, and then you'll probably know this as well. The teacher came in. She went, looked over him, and she went. So she stood over and looked over him for a good few minutes and went,
Uh,
so what you doing then? And he went, I'm designing something. I built a house. The teacher didn't tell him off.
nah, I
Because
remember.
he designed the house
I
out of wood.
remember. Yep, I
And she
remember
went,
it.
well, that's good. She went, well, that is good design, but we're not doing that. Are we? We're making a box. But if we were on Minecraft,
Oh.
building a house out of mud and grass and whatever, they'd be like, right, attention.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be a case of the stand over. They go, is that part of the lesson? No. Pew.
Yeah, take the computer off, didn't they?
I was fucking halfway through a house, and they're like, yeah, and then it come back on, and you couldn't get back on Minecraft. It's the tap a couple of keys, and it would be banned. You were like,
Yeah. But now they've met kids. But now in design classes, they actually let you play Minecraft because it's actually got creativity. Most I ever did on Minecraft when I was at school was go around killing pigs and creepers. I only built one house, and the next minute I'm like, I only play this game at school, so I'm going to bother about keeping it. And it was just go around killing pigs and killing creepers. Now I've got like a version for Xbox, a version for PlayStation, a version for computer.
So all three. I've got Minecraft on PlayStation, Xbox, computer. I've got it on because but yeah. I mean that's the one thing that really pissed me off. Right at school, you couldn't play games, but now you're encouraged to play games.
Yeah, but anyway, but as I was saying about that though, kids get to learn like obviously have to use iPads now to do the
Yeah.
work, and they bring those iPads home. They require you to have the chargers,
Oh, for
so you
crying
probably get
out
a
loud!
charger. Yeah, they require you to have the chargers, and I'm only speaking for what I've heard. So you have to have an old phone charger, or if you haven't got one, they will give you one, right? But they go on different. I don't know what websites they are because obviously I ain't got a clue. But they'll go on these different websites, and like this woman was talking about it on a TikTok video about it. They haven't changed math in a way, but they've added like altered certain things to it. And when she was at school, she was born around the same era like we was in, and she went when she went to school, like we were just talking about. What did DT stand for?
Um. Oh, don't tell me. I can't. Oh, I
We were
do
just talking
remember.
about this about we were literally talking about making something earlier on.
Yeah. Oh, go on. Tell me. I can't fucking think.
Design and technology.
That's it. I can't fucking.
Right.
You know when you just can't. Yeah, with design technology. Yeah.
Right. So we had
Same with
literally
RE. I
that.
didn't even know what RE stood for at school, but now I know. Seriously, I
Yeah.
didn't know what it
Same.
stood for. Go on.
I've learned more out of school than I did in school.
Seriously,
Anyway,
yeah.
as I was saying, when we looked at our timetables and we saw DT, we went, oh, we didn't even used to be. At first, we'd go, what the hell does DT
Yeah,
stand
yeah,
for?
yeah,
Then
yeah.
we just go, oh, we've got PE, design technology, maths. We just read the math.
Yeah.
Even though they had the initials, we knew what they stood for. Now, DT doesn't mean design technology.
Oh God,
Don't ask me
what's
what
the
it means. Don't ask me what it says because the woman never said this on the video. But when she looked at it, she
probably
went, "Oh, you've
fucking
got design."
the
She said to
fucking
the kid,
drag
"Have you got this?"
queen,
She said to the
drag
she,
queen international. You've got that next lesson. How to seriously? No. I'm not gonna say it. No, I am.
she, said-
They got drag
she
queens
said
going in
she said to the
school.
kids. She said to the kid though, "Have you got the design technology?" She went, "What's that?" And she went, "DT." She went, "That's not what it stands for." And I don't. And the teacher and the mum. I can't remember what she said now. I didn't really watch it any further than that because I was just like, it's getting a bit annoying me now. Certain videos annoy me like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it stands for now, but it'll be something to do with the iPads. I'm guarantee it'll be something to do with iPads. Instead of us designing things on pen and paper and probably on the iPad, they'll probably do something on there.
We never
Probably.
had so much at school. It was like you'd have I don't know, different classrooms had different amount of computers, right? And then there were like computers in the corridor, like about 3 or 4 computers in the corridor that you could use at the break. If we'd have had
Mm.
iPads, I am not lying, half of them would have not come back. And there'd have been, right, I'm not going to say the kid's name, but the hard popular kids, we had them at our school, you can guarantee you'd be walking next minute, oi, what? iPad at the back of your head. You could have guaranteed it wouldn't have been theirs, it'd have been yours.
Oh
It'd
yeah.
have been pulled out
Oh
your
yeah.
bag and smacked across your head, and that's would have been it. But now you get iPads. Thing is though,
Exactly.
this, I mean, what we're saying about drag queens, they get drag queens to go into school. Can you imagine your son coming home, Dad, I'm a drag queen? Your face would be a picture, Dad, I'm a drag queen.
Just be
I.
like, I'll be like, are you a new version of the Queen? Like you make some back songs or what? And he's like, no, I'm like, how much is it paying you?
I was like, I don't know. I don't know if
And I,
enough it
and,
does
and, I,
pay.
and, I, don't- and I mean, I've seen when I mean, not by my own
Yeah.
decisions, but I've been abroad before, and I've seen a man dressing up as a drag
I
queen,
so have I.
and some of them are quite funny.
Oh yeah. I
Some of them are
mean,
quite funny.
Paul
I
O'Grady when he
mean,
did it,
I
he was
mean,
funny.
yeah. I mean, I remember seeing one, right? And you know that song Jolene,
Yeah.
right? Well, this person made a parody of that song called Germaline. And the drag queen was singing about it, and he was singing similar things to what the original song is, but instead of saying "Please don't take my man" from when she sings
Yeah.
Jolene, she
Yeah.
was saying like he was singing something different that
Yeah.
makes sense for the screaming, and instead of her singing Jolene, he was singing Germaline, and I will admit it was quite funny because I know, obviously,
Mm.
when you've used Germaline for stuff in the past, you can understand the reasons
Mm.
behind it.
Yeah.
But I just literally I couldn't go laughing. But but saying that though, if any parents' kids come home and say, "Dad, Mom, whatever, I'm a drag queen," I think most people who believe in the old ways, go, they probably use a lot of colourful language. They'd be like, "What the are you on about?" And if they said, "Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that," I've been told this. I can guarantee a couple of mums and dads who don't believe in that type of stuff would be going up to the school and asking why you've been teaching my kid about being dressed up as a
Exactly.
woman.
I mean, I'm not saying if you wanted that as a career, you know, go ahead for it. I don't even know if you can get a career on it. And
Yeah,
now, women dressing up as men, men dressing up as women. Apparently, that's the whole norm nowadays. I mean, back at back in our times, a boy dressing up as a man, it was a tranny, right?
yeah,
A
yeah,
girl dressing up as a man, tomboy. That was it.
yeah, yeah.
And nowadays, you can't use that language because it offends them. What the actual fuck? Seriously,
Well, that's what I
we.
said. The world's getting a bit soft.
I mean, right at school, right? I mean, you'll know this. Did we insult people? Did we insult each other at school?
Do we insult each other?
Yeah.
Only if we were like joking, yeah,
Yeah,
like
exactly. I mean,
yeah, that's
we
it.
still do it now.
Yeah,
Kieran's called me fat. I've called him a moron. That's it. You don't see.
that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I mean, obviously there's a difference between banter and bullying, but we have banter. I don't go, oh, shut up, you moron. Kieran goes, yeah, right. I mean, to be honest, if he did, I'd call him a moron and a crybaby at the same time. But still, you know what I mean? We.
Call me a moron. Hang on a minute. Next minute. Try to do a bit of uncensored.
Exactly.
An uncensored version with a bit more graphic material in it.
Exactly. It's just daft. Please don't call me that. But you are one, yeah. So you dress up in women's clothes. You're a man and you dress up in women's clothes, yeah. But you don't want to be called a tranny, no.
But it's like that thing about that veteran. When Remembrance Day was coming up,
Mm.
he literally said that the country he fought for isn't the same country
Oh,
that he
it's not. It's
protected.
not. It is.
And
This country is a
did you hear?
dictatorship.
Did you hear what what that bloke said sat next to him? Well, obviously they're asking questions like, "What was it like for
Yeah,
you
yeah,
over
yeah,
there?
yeah.
What did you have to go through?" And he said that the country he fought for is like literally. I watched it on ITV News, and
Yeah.
I was just like, I didn't know if I should. I don't know. I just felt like they've targeted him for a reason.
Oh,
Because when
obviously.
they said this to him, not the woman, the
Mm.
man said this to him. She was asking all the normal questions like, "What was it like for you over there?" And do you agree that the country you fought for is the same now? Do you regret it? And he went, he kind of said like, "Oh, the country we fought for, it's not the same one that I wanted to protect." He
No.
goes, there's that many things wrong with this country now. I regret fighting for it." Which I'm like, well, you've
Yeah,
wasted
yeah,
most of your
yeah,
best, you've wasted best years of your life fighting for a country that has now gone down the fucking pan, and they're not even thanking you for it.
yeah. No, true.
You've probably got drafted in the army when you were probably 18-year-old, maybe even a bit younger, and you've had to be trained how to kill, carry heavy stuff on your back. Literally, you've literally had to have your best life or best years of your life fighting, trying to get back home and see your loved ones, so you don't and try not to get shot and die, and then obviously this is the repayment you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
When he said he didn't, he regrets fighting for the country. Well, not to say regret, but he regrets fighting
Yeah,
for what the world's like now,
yeah,
right? And like I said before, I'm not racist. This other TV presenter who I don't know what they say. A lot of people say he was English, but he wasn't white.
yeah. I know.
He turned and went, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Now, normal people just go, yeah, but he's asking what does he mean by regret? The way he said it, and I didn't really pick up on this until I actually saw a video about it. Someone actually like doing a
Yeah,
bit more digging
pointed it
about it.
out. Yeah.
He said it in a way to go, Well, what's wrong with country? I don't get what you mean by it.
Exactly.
And literally, he got slated all over the internet just for saying, "What do you mean by what's wrong with the country? What do you mean by that?"
Exactly. Some people do believe the country well, not just country, the world we're living in is the best thing. It's not. It's so not. I mean, changing subject slightly. I understand that teachers, doctors, nurses, people like that, they have hard jobs. Not just them. A lot of people have hard jobs. You know, and we'll stick with the teachers, yeah. I can guarantee teachers is a hard job, but
Mm.
we are sounding, stupid and being a dick about it. They know what they signed up for. You
Yeah,
sign
they
up
know
for
what
a
they signed up
teacher,
for.
you
Yeah.
know you're gonna have, teach kids that just can't give a toss. Do anything to go warm. I mean, the thing is, though, right? I got excluded out of school.
I
Right.
think I think a majority of people did get
Yeah.
excluded in their childhood.
Yeah, I got excluded for school for wagging lessons.
Right.
So what did they repay me? 3 weeks at home. What? So this is what I don't get. We're gonna punish you for not being in lessons. Oh God, what are you gonna do? Make me stay in school when it's shut? No, send you home. So you're gonna send me home where I was going when I weren't at school? Yes, and you will be there for 3 days. Is this a punishment or a reward? It's a punishment. Right then. So I wagged nearly all year 9, and your punishment is for the more or less for like the last couple of weeks. You're gonna, keep me at home. So I come to school Monday, Tuesday, and I get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. Yes. I was literally sat in the office thinking, this is a fucking joke.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know why they do that. Really, if they
I
send
don't
you,
know.
if you've been, I mean, detention, fair enough. That's like
Yeah,
staying
they should have
behind.
given me detention, which would have
Yeah.
pissed me off even more. 'Cause I'd been like,
Mm.
fuck's sake, I've got to stay even longer. Be literally keeping. I mean, obviously, different circumstances I understand, but you're being excluded. Oh God, what's that mean? You get to stay at home. For literally that 3 days, I felt like it was my birthday. I went to sleep at what time I want.
I
I
remember that. I
woke
remember you
up at
telling me
what
that. Yeah.
time I want. And what happened? I played on the fucking Xbox 360. It was like my foot. And then, literally, when I went back to school, I was pissed off. Did it change me? No, I still fucking waggle. If you don't, you'll be expelled. What's that then? What's the difference? Expelled means you will never come back to school. My face lit up like a bloody Christmas tree! Wait, so let me get this right. I've been instructive in class. I'm like, I wag lessons. You will kick me out of school. Yes. Window, chair. Why is that a punishment? Seriously, what is that? That is not a punishment.
If you've been disrespectful in class, then obviously detentions. If you're
Yeah,
late for school, detentions. If you're
yeah,
doing anything that but if you're wagging school, they should give you like a longer detention because you're not going to want to be. If you're wagging school, the reason behind it is you don't want to be there.
yes,
So basically, if you get caught wagging school or wagging lessons or whatever, You basically just go, right. Well, since you don't want to be here, we're gonna piss all over your strawberries. What's that? You're gonna have a 3 hour detention. Now I know a lot of people just go, I'm not bothered. I ain't got nothing to be on for anyway. Most people have been bothered,
No.
but
Longest I ever were an hour detention, and after about 10, 20 minutes, I would pull my hair out thinking I need to get out of here.
yeah. Well, not well. It probably wouldn't change a lot of student kids doing it,
No.
but at least they'd be like, at least some people that probably use a little bit of their brain, they probably just go, I don't want to be in class, don't want to be in school, but from punishment, I've got to be here when everyone's at home.
Exactly. You
While
just
they're at
go.
home, while they're at home, I have to stay here. They're probably playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare or
Yeah.
Halo or whatever. They're probably
Yeah.
ranking up, and all my friends are playing online. We are, man. I'd want to if that was me. I'd rather go to school and put up with the lessons than I get to go home and play on Xbox or
Exactly.
PlayStation,
Exactly.
whichever I had. I won't just sit there and go, yeah, all my friends are at home now. They're probably having their teas, and I'm stuck here with the most mardiest teacher ever.
Mm.
I'm going to do it again tomorrow. You know, you want if you've got a brain,
Yeah.
you would think that one time is enough.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, one time is enough, and that's it. Just go to school, crack on with work.
I mean,
And then when it's home time, you've got enough time to eat shit, play games,
mm.
watch TV, whatever you want to do. Go out with your mates if it's a Friday night, and there's no school for weekend. Go
Yeah.
out with your mates
Exactly.
if you've got some.
Exactly.
No, no, it's a
That's
nightmare.
that's what I don't get. Is like, I mean, going back to like my subject, right? This 4 day like week or whatever. Yeah, okay, I understand like teaching's a hard job, but it's like they know what they signed up for. I mean, it's not a done
Yeah.
deal yet. It might not happen, but the government are, like discussing it now. But it's the thing is, though, right? I mean, it's the same with junior doctors. They're on strike to get more money. Why do they want more money? Because everything's gone up. They
Yeah,
give them more money, they give them a pay rise, which I do believe doctors, junior or not, they do brilliant jobs, but they get a pay rise. Next probably next year, it'll come out again. Taxes going up. They're gonna want a pay rise. It's just a never-ending circle. It really isn't. It's a never-ending circle.
I mean, things are going to go up regardless.
Yeah,
And,
no more.
and Nigel Farage, like I said on my first, he did say he was going to lower minimum wage. Now, lower minimum wage,
That
yeah, only if the cost of living goes down. If the cost of living goes down, we ain't going to be able to afford toilet paper to wipe us on arses with.
That's what I don't want to get. That's what I don't think. That's one thing that makes me wonder. Is he actually going to knock anything down, or is he just going to lower minimum wage? What about the people that are earning higher than minimum wage? Is their payment going to go down? Is everyone's payment going to go down, or is it just minimum wage? Is he going to bring any bills down? No. No government in the whole history that I know of has ever got in power and brung anything down. They
You know,
don't.
I mean, a lot of people, right? And a lot of people could say I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, if you believe I'm wrong, then you believe I'm wrong. But a lot of people said, why does like cost of living go up? Like, why does the electric bill go up? Why does council tax go up? Now, obviously, I'm not going to say I know why everything goes up because I don't.
No.
But I saw something on, I think it was Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and it said it was a post, and it said, "Do you know why why our electric bills go up?" Now, some people were blaming the war for Ukraine. A lot of people were blaming Russia and Ukraine. A lot of people were blaming Donald Trump sending whatever. A lot of people were blaming people. But there was a comment that caught my eye, and they went, when you have, say, for instance, you've got electric running through your house more or less 24/7.
Yeah.
Obviously for your fridges and freezers and
Yeah,
everything, right?
obviously.
When you have a power cut, obviously what happens? Well, obviously the power goes off.
Yeah,
Obviously, that's
there's
it's in
no
the name.
electric. Yeah.
Yeah. If the grid was to be repaired or something needs updating or upgrading,
That's
so
what
it
our
can.
money goes to.
Yeah, that's where our money goes to. So you just made so when the electric price, just say you paid £100 for electric, and
I
then it goes
fucking
up
wish it
to.
were
I
£100.
know. I
Fucking
wish. I
hell.
wish. I wish. But just say for argument's sake, it was £100,
Yeah.
and it goes up. It goes up to £200, or maybe even £300. Right
Yeah.
there, it's like paying for them to keep the electric running.
Mm.
Because yeah, you don't pay electric bill; they just cap your electric off. And if you need electric for freezers, fridges, whatever, you know, that's it, gone. But if there's a power cut and it's not your fault, because
It's their
obviously,
fault. You know,
you know,
that's what you want.
they've got to try and make the grid a bit more stabler,
Mm-hmm.
so it can power everyone's home or the home in the area, or
Yeah.
power stuff. Same with people say, well, why does council tax go up? Well, the council.
Fucking
I mean,
lazy.
I'm not saying they're good people. I mean, some of them do want to work, and some
Oh
of them
yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah.
But
Things
you
with the
see,
council, they are good.
I saw literally no word of a lie. Past 3 weeks, I saw loads of vans filling potholes up,
Yeah.
and potholes up, and I was like, wow, that's your filling. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying they needed doing. Some
Yeah.
have been I've had potholes on the road for 5 years and not been touched. It's just
Exactly.
got it's just got bigger and bigger and bigger. But when you see them filling in, you're like, well, that's what our council tax goes on. You know, I'm not saying every single thing goes on that,
No, no,
but
no, no, no.
what I do know is electric.
Yeah.
When that goes, it's to keep the electric running through your house,
Yeah.
and obviously the power plant, the power electric stations and everything. If they go, everyone would be out of power.
Well, people got solar panel, won't they?
Well, then we solar panels, yeah, but obviously I'm not. I don't think hospitals have got solar power,
No,
solar
true.
panels
No,
anymore.
the.
So they'd be screwed if people on life support and they go, right, Mister whoever's on life support, it should be off by tomorrow. Next minute power goes, he's like, well, he's off it now for good.
I've got a joke about a life support machine. My granddad said this generation relies on technology too much. I went, no, granddad, yours does, and unplugged his life support machine.
I don't even know if I should laugh at that. That's almost as bad as the Ali G sketch they did,
Oh yeah.
where Ali G unplugged his phone battery was dying and he unplugged
He
some guy's
unplugged
life
some
machine.
machines,
And, they
charger.
started, and then he thought he was having a body popping battle with him, so he started body popping with him. I don't even know if I should laugh at that.
Oh yeah, you should. But
I'm
anyway,
smiling because it's just like, this is dark humour.
yeah, that's the only humour I have is dark humour, man.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
winding up.
I apologise for anyone who was on life support. If you want to send hate, send it to him because I'm not. That caught me off guard. I did not think that was going to go that dark.
Ah, man, you need a bit of dark humour in your life, you know.
Well, I mean, I know a few jokes, but I'm not going to say them because I don't want to get.
Yeah, yeah, we'll probably get banned for that.
A lot of people like to get cancelled this day and age.
Yeah, well, no, not yet. We don't want to get cancelled yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah, at all. But yeah, winding up this topic. Yeah, 4-day week for teachers. I don't think it'd be good. Not just for the teachers. Yeah, I understand. Like teaching is probably a stressful job, but like we said, you know, the parents that work a 5-day week, you
Yeah.
know, they're gonna
Or
have
even
to.
sometimes it's a 7-day week they have to work if they work
Yeah,
from home.
exactly.
Yes.
I think it'll be a lot harder on the parents. Yeah, it might be a lot easier for the teachers, but I think it's going to impact the parents more. And I don't think the government is really thinking about that. I think it's the case of they're just thinking, if we can stop the teachers from, you know, burning out, you know, having a breakdown, whatever, it'll help. Yeah, it will help, but you also need to have something in place for the parents that are working, because if you're like working in retail or anything where you can't just literally take time off, you're gonna
Yeah,
struggle, you know,
yeah,
and you know you can't expect. I mean, if your kid is old enough to stay at home, then that's all fine and dandy. But if it does go to all schools, you know, primary and secondary,
yeah,
it's gonna mess everything up, and parents are gonna be the ones that suffer the worst.
yeah. I mean, I know teachers when they go home, like when we set our teachers that, oh, I bet when you get home, miss, you just sit at home and does. Oh no, no. When I get home, I've got to plan your lessons out, then my next class lessons out. So they even work when they're at home.
Exactly, exactly.
So like I said, if it's I think if it's to certain age groups, like people that like who are old, like you said, old enough to stay at home
mm,
by themselves, who can be trusted to have a key and
mm,
get in their own house, and they're allowed, and they know how to make themselves a sandwich or a pot noodle or whatever, then that'd be all right. If they can look after themselves, fair
yeah, for a
enough.
few hours,
You
yeah, it's
know,
fine, yeah.
for a few hours. But for kids who are young and who can't really, because I think I'm not sure, but I think if you have a brother or a sister, the eldest one cannot take the youngest one to school until they're about, I don't know if it's, is it 12 or 13, something like that.
I'm not sure. I
Or
really
maybe
don't
even, or
know.
maybe I think you have to be a bit more or less. I think you have to more or less be a teenager. I might be wrong, but I think you have to be a certain age. You have to be a certain age while you're a teenager
Mm,
to take your youngest brother or sister to school. If the mom and dad can't
yeah.
take you, you've got to, I've seen it, I read it on online somewhere that someone put, is it right, do you agree with this? And I scrolled down, it said, um I think it was rather 13 or 16,
Mm.
but you have to be a certain
It's
age to
probably
take.
more likely 16 because
Yeah,
16 your class as a young adult.
well, I thought, well, your class as a young adult when you're when you're
Yeah,
18, but
yeah, but they do,
that's a
yeah.
different story. But I think it were around that age, and someone said no, they should be able to take their kids to school, their brothers or sisters to school, if they're 13 because they're classed as a teenager. Then
Yeah.
someone said no, keep it at 16.
Mm.
And there's that, and the thing that I read, they more or less debated saying, well, my son took his little brother to school when he was 14, and he got there all right, and he got home all right. Well,
Yeah.
fair enough. Your kids probably know streets, mate.
Exactly. Not all kids are
Or
streetwise
yeah, I mean, but
or
obviously,
roadwise, whatever.
but if it's, I think it is more likely to be 16
Mm.
around that thing. But if it is 16 and you've got to keep them, and you've got to like take, your big brother or big sister can't take you. I've got to take you to school, and they've got to be at a certain age. That's probably the ones that'll struggle
Yeah, definitely.
because they've got to. If your mom can't take you, or your dad can't take you because you're busy working, and like you said, you've got NHS, so you've got to go to a job, but you can't just happily leave whenever you feel like it. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, a lot of jobs, I will admit, do not even accommodate for childcare.
No, they don't.
There
They
is a
don't.
job. There is a job, right? No word of a lie. I know someone, right, who applied for this job, and it was working from home,
hmm
and it was just answering phones all day
Yeah.
from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. And all you got to do is answer phones all day. I don't know what the job were, but it was a real job, and you can apply for it online. And they said to her, before you get this job, you've got to start at 8, and you've got to finish at 8. She said, I can't because I've got kids. They go, well, have you got a partner? And at the time, she didn't have a partner.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has now. I don't know if she has now, but at the time, she never had no partner. She was a
Yeah.
single mom with two kids. They said, well, if you can't get anyone to take your kids, then you can't have the job. And she went, well, I don't want a job anyway because I want to see my kids grow up, and not just because kids, any parent watching this, oh no, you look at your kid and they're probably 4 or 5 year old, right? Maybe even 6 year old, right?
Mm.
Blink of an eye, they're almost leaving. They're almost leaving home
Yeah,
to
exactly.
moving in with girlfriends or moving in with boyfriends or whatever. They're leaving school. They're getting jobs. You're gonna be teaching your son how to shave. eventually, and you're gonna be teaching, your daughters or your sons a couple of life hacks that you've
Mm.
learned to help with stuff, and it's just gonna feel like we're only yesterday. It only felt like yesterday you were a newborn, and then now you're getting all growing up. It's like, whoa, whatever you get, whatever I'm feeding you, can you lower it a bit?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
you slow it down a
yeah,
bit?
you've been bigger than me. What are you eating, man? You know, it's
No, no
like,
wonder you've
it's
got, no
like,
wonder you've got a double bed for a single person.
it's like that. I swear, yesterday you was 10 years old. Now you're 13. Have I been in a fucking coma?
Or was I,
Fuck.
or was I drunk?
Yeah, was I drunk? Did I have a massive fucking hangover? Yeah, oh fucking hell.
Oh, no, like I said, a lot of people have actually said, which I saw on TikTok, and it said this will hit parents hard. And I will admit, it didn't hit me hard, but I can see where it's coming from. When you're a kid, and you'll probably know this because you'll obviously we've all been kids. You never say the last goodbye of your childhood.
Mm.
So when you go to sleep, you never say to your mum or to your dad good night, and you don't know when it's going to come. Because when you go through the changes and your voice drops and everything else,
Mm.
that's when you get to that certain age where you're not a kid anymore. No one knows when you don't really say it, and no one. Bit more people probably disagree. Like, well, yeah, well, if you class as you class as an adult when you get to 18 and you're 17, you're still classed as a kid. So maybe that's last goodbye you said, like last good night you said, but no one knows when it's going to come.
Mm.
You never say goodbye until you realise, oh, hang on a minute, that actually happened, but you never say goodbye. It's like you don't know when the last clap's going to be.
Wow, that got fucking deep.
Exactly. You
Fucking
don't know
hell.
when that's what I'm saying. You don't know when the last things are going to be. So people, like you said about schools, you do not know. Like I said, if people want to work. Obviously, more parents will want to be around the kids, which fair
Yeah.
enough. If you can make them, then obviously that's your responsibility to be around them as much as you possibly can, because there's going to be a time when they're not living with you,
Mm.
you know. But thing is, I agree. Like I said before, I agree. If they can take after themselves or look after themselves, should I say,
Yeah.
then do whatever you need. Do whatever you need to. But like you said, a lot of parents will struggle, especially if they can't get out of work, to pick the kids up. If they've got more than one kid, then it's going to be even more harder, especially if they can't take themselves to school by age. So yeah, so I don't think it will happen because the NHS have always argued with stuff like that. Even
Yeah.
they argue with the 4 day week work thing. They were like,
Mm.
well, what about us? Like you said, a doctor would be operating on someone, right? See you Monday. It won't
Exactly.
work. It won't work. So the NHS have argued that with a lot of people saying like, well, we have to work. We're saving lives. We're operating on people. We're doing
Mm.
this. We're looking after. We're dealing with I don't know, whatever, everything that every day is a battle. So we can't work 4 days a week. Then obviously there's people like long distance lorry drivers. They need to be home for a week, and if they're other side of the country,
Fucking
I'm not
long
saying it's
drive.
gonna take. It's a long drive to get back for a 4 day a week, just for a 4 day a week, isn't it? You're like,
Exactly.
oh, I've got to get back for Thursday. For latest I can get back is Thursday night because I'm going away on Friday.
Exactly.
All it takes is one accident on that motorway,
That's it.
and
Yeah.
you could be delayed for a day. I mean, that chemical spillage on motorway,
Mm.
not a couple of, I think, well, last year, weren't it? I think,
Yeah, I
or
remember it.
last year, that was closed for a while.
Yeah.
That was
Exactly.
so if you've been sat in a lorry all day, or you're long distance lorry driver, you're gonna want to get out and be like, I've been sat in here long enough now.
Innit? But ending it, like I said, I think if they do it, they need to at least for the parents who can't, look after their kids on the, when they're supposed to be at school, they need to put something in place for that. They
Yeah,
need
I
to
agree.
put something in place. If you work a 5 day week and kids only get a 4 day week at school, They need to put something in place for 50s, even if the school just opens for like I don't know, like clubs or events like tournaments, like like when you compete against other schools. We compete
Yeah,
with other schools around our areas. Every
yeah,
so often. They need to do stuff like that. Not just be like, oh well, sink or swim. Like this government is more or less saying sink or swim.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Have you got any more topics? 'Cause I've got one more.
Um, Not at the minute. I mean, I've got a list in here, but I mean, you can start your oh, shit. You
Okay.
can start your topic off, then I'll see if I've got any more in here that I can
Well,
speak about.
my last topic is about the courts. The government is now ruling that in small court cases, they're going to
Yeah,
get rid of the jury.
right.
Now, as long as it has been, a jury, if they find you innocent, you're innocent. If they find you guilty, you're guilty. That's just the way it's been. But because there's a massive backlog of people who need to go to court for causing crime, like small crime, the government is now getting rid of the juries and letting the judges decide. Now, reason I think that's a bad thing to do is some judges are going to be biased. It's a well-known fact. With when you get a jury, you need to more or less get an oh fuck it. You need to get a more I can't say that word unanimous thought
Yeah,
to
that way.
more or
Yeah,
less
yeah,
send someone down.
yeah.
But now,
The doctor all vote on this. On when you ask the jury to decide, they'll have like a break, and
yeah,
they'll go into a room and they'll talk, saying, "Well, he's done this, he's done that," and then you'll go back in there,
yeah,
and then the drum roll starts playing, and then
yeah,
they'll go, "We find the defendant guilty or not
guilty,
guilty."
exactly,
So I think if they get rid of them, even though the jury can sometimes be wrong,
yeah.
because they can easily send an innocent man
Oh
down.
yeah, that's happened so many times.
All they need is so much. If they can get proof for the right person, then they need it. But sometimes it baffles me about that. Like, why would you send the wrong person down? Yeah, maybe some people would take the rap for it, which I don't know why people would. But this is going kind of similar, like on
Yeah,
your topic. I watched something, and this guy sexually assaulted a woman. Right? They had DNA, fingernails, under fingernails,
yeah.
everything. Right? But he said he's not guilty. But they got a DNA of him all over her, under the fingernails. The guy sat there like,
Mm.
just not bothered at all. Just like, thinking what he's going to cook for tea tonight or something. And then the jury finds him not guilty. The woman's parents, who obviously what happened to her,
Yeah,
they were arguing, they were distraught, they were crying because they did not get the justice. Right?
yeah.
He just went, when he stood up and he's like, right, we find the defendant, blah
Not,
blah blah. I can't remember what his name were now. But when we find you not guilty, he just went. Normally you'd be oh, like yes, thank God. He just went and walked off like you did it though.
yeah,
It's like you saying to me, right, Kieran. There's a DNA me there, DNA me there, right? And and just say you've got a DNA
mm,
sample, right? And you pass me a load of DNA samples, and I test them and go, yeah, that's coming up with your name. Yep, yep. Everything's right about you, right? So this DNA says that you killed someone, right? Do you admit that? Yeah, and you're happy to say guilty. Yeah, okay, all right, I can go home now.
yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it happens a lot more than you think.
Oh yeah, man. I can
And
guarantee
I
it.
think and if I mean, they should bring a lot of like DNA into it,
Mm.
because if the DNA didn't get brung into it, what's the point of having
Yeah?
all
What's the
this
point of
justice
doing it?
system?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no point having the justice system. And like what you said about getting with the jury, like I said, they can sometimes get things wrong,
Yeah.
but they more or less come. They more or less work with the evidence they've got.
Mm.
So
I
they'll go like, you've killed someone. The evidence is here that he dumped the gun in a bin, or he shot her in the head, or whatever. Or
mm.
this is that evidence matches with that evidence. So they have to get all the evidence together. So they're playing like bidding. What do you call it? Like detective, in other
Oh yeah, yeah,
words.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Detectives.
and then when they get all the evidence together, they go, right. There's no way you can get away with this now because this evidence matches with that. That one matches with that,
Yeah.
and then that's it. And then they just send the guy or woman to jail. But it riles me up when you just see, right, we've got proof that you did do this crime, but you can go home now. It's like, what? I'll just go out and shoot someone, shall I? And will I get the same treatment? No.
Yes. Like I said, I mean, obviously, put it like that. I do think that that might be good, but I do think like I mean, just say for instance, like I don't know. I mean, because like I said, it's only going to be certain courts, but just say you get a woman judge and she's dealing with someone. There's like a chance that he was abusive to his
Right. Yeah.
partner without hearing the evidence. As soon as he walks in, what's he here for? He abused his wife. She's gonna go guilty even before she's heard everything. And that's what I'm saying. Judges aren't supposed to be biased. If this thing that is actually coming in, it's well known fact the government has said it. Like small kit claims are going to be done by just judges. They're not getting the juries in. It's just going to be doing by judges. And I think it's going to get with the stage that some judges are going to be biased against other people. And
Yeah.
that's what I think that it's just gonna go wrong. Yeah, I understand there's a backlog. There's so many people to do it. We'll get courts to open Saturdays and Sundays then. Get them
That's
to
not going
open.
to change. I mean, it'll probably change, but like I said, that'll probably will not change much
Yeah, but I mean,
because because all they'll get, like you said, a woman judge. What's he in for? Oh, abuse, right? We'll just lock him up anyway. We don't
no,
need to
I
go to
mean
court.
like get the juries
You
in
know,
Saturdays and Sundays as well. That's what I'm saying. Get them to do it Saturdays and Sundays. Don't have to be full days. Like even if they only just do it in the morning, at least it will cut down. But they don't. It's not going to happen. It's just going to be. I mean, prisons are over full. We all know this. And then they're like, oh, well, we can't do this person because the prisons are full. We're going to have to, he did a crime in, we'll just say Scotland, we'll just say, but the prisons in Scotland are full. We'll send him to England. Oh no, all the prisons at England are full. Oh, we've got one space in Wales. He's locked up in Wales and he's thinking, well, I didn't even do no crime down here.
exactly. Yeah. Well.
It's the case of you get
Yeah.
locked up where you've done the crime. It should be like that. And even if, I mean, get someone, put them in a holding cell. Oh, we can't do that. Why? Because if we've got no evidence, we've got to release him. But if you've got evidence, yeah, we'll keep him in there. Yeah, but he's not going to get his prison and he's not going to get his court date till like 6 years. We'll keep him in the frigging holding cell for 6 years then. Oh no, we'll let him go. We'll just put him on tag just to make sure we know what he's doing. I've seen a video on TikTok. This is no weather. I've seen a video on TikTok how to get them off your foot without the alarm going
Yeah.
off.
I've seen the
You
exact same
you
one.
know, so that guy could just be scrolling through TikTok. Oh, oh. Oh, he takes that off, goes out, fucking AK-47. It weren't him. Why? His tags are up. There we are. Why? CCTV fucking him there going, fucking doing fucking Bugs Bunny fucking laugh. Not Bugs Bunny, Woodpecker fucking laugh. Yeah, no, it weren't him. It was his tag was at home. It's the
Uh,
oh, man. Trust me. This whole
I mean,
thing.
obviously that's probably going a bit extreme. That bit. I don't
Yes.
think.
Okay.
I don't think he'd get away with that if his face is all
Yes,
over
but
the
you know
internet,
what I
all over
mean, though.
TV. But it's like, I- yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think it'll change much because even now they can instantly lock someone up
Yeah,
like
yeah,
who's
yeah.
innocent. But they have, but with the stuff that they're using now, it's saying that it can be. easily spotted now. So
Oh yeah.
if you have done something, there's no way of saying, "Oh, did he do it? Did he not do it?" It's like, right, what's your name? Right, gives your name, gives your fingerprint or gives whatever. Right, does it, this cup? Does it? Have you touched? Yeah, he's touched this cup, right? Then they'll scan it. They'll like clean it for
Get
the fingerprints.
fingerprints, yeah.
If his DNA fingerprints match the ones that's on the on
Cup,
whatever,
yeah.
they'll just go, right. Well, you use that to kill or him or her or whatever. The DNA, every single bit of DNA is matching that. Then that's it. End of discussion. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
So I mean, like with I know it's going a little bit off topic, but look at the guy who I think it were oh we well nine I think we're back way before I think I was only 1 year old when this happened. When they killed Tupac.
Mm,
The wrong person, supposedly, got locked up for it. Many
yeah.
years later, they found out who the right person were.
Exactly. I mean,
But it's like, so DNA thing has come a long way since
yeah, it
then.
has. It has. I mean, I believe that. I mean, obviously, it's only going to be small claims. Like probably like robbery and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
or joyriding stuff like that. But I just think that with this whole thing, it's just not gonna make a difference because I believe judges will kick off. They'll go, well, we don't want that. Y-
well, like
And
like like you said, it's just going to be one of those things where they won't want it. They won't like. Some people might want that,
yeah,
but most people just go, no, I'm not having it. And then and then if judges go on strike, which I've never seen judges go on strike
uh,
before,
it
so,
won't.
so it would be it would be a lovely
It
thing to see. I
wouldn't
can guarantee,
surprise
I can
me.
guarantee crime would probably just go up.
It
The crime would just
wouldn't.
go up.
I'm not lying. It wouldn't surprise me if they went on strike. It wouldn't surprise me because everyone's going on strike. And now, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to kick anyone when they're on strike. Yeah, I understand it is times are hard, but it's the thing is, it's a never-ending circle. You'll go on
Exactly.
strike. Oh wait, well, we need like what's government funded. Okay, you've gone on strike. We need to pull the money in from somewhere. We're going to raise taxes. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on, my wage isn't good enough. I'm going to go on strike. It's just a never-ending circle. What you want to do is what any government needs to do is just bring the taxes down. Literally. I mean, Keir Starmer, I get in. I will not raise the taxes.
What have you done? What have you done?
Raise the fucking taxes, exactly. You know what I mean? Whatever. I will stop the boats. Has he stopped the boats? No. I will smash the gangs. Has he smashed the gangs? No. I will
Well,
not.
literally, I saw a gang round here yesterday, outside my house yesterday, playing music for literally about 3 hours.
Well, he won about the gangs that send people over here, but fair
Yeah,
enough.
but gangs, yeah, but still, yeah, but
Yeah,
gangs,
gangs isn't. Yeah.
a bit more. We should, literally, same what you just said. Nigel Farage said all the gangs that are on the streets, obviously not from obviously gangs from this country, obviously gangs
Yeah.
from other countries. When they come over here and they know that they're not from this country, they would get deported as well. But police aren't going to be wanting to do
No.
more hours when they do plenty of hours as they do. I mean, police are out. Word of a lie. I mean, I don't know if I told you this. I got up once to do an early morning shift, and I left my house bang on 4 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning. All right, a policewoman pulled up to me and she went, "Excuse me, can you help?" I went,
No,
"What's
no,
up?
police
What's
officer,
that?
piss off.
Yeah, what's the matter?" She went, "Can you keep an eye out for someone?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Why?" Well, we've got a man handcuffed, and I turned around to I don't know, she was getting something, and he got away. And there's a man running around there. Or there was a man running around there at this minute with handcuffs on, and I was like.
Fuck
I mean, it's not going to
my
do much, is there? And she went,
FIFA.
well, if you see him, if you see him, can you phone the police? And she actually gave me a number, so I would actually like the card that she's got, so it would go through to her. I went, I'm not being funny, but if I see someone who looks dangerous, yeah, he's got handcuffs on, but he could tackle me to the ground and stamp on my head or something.
Exactly. You're not gonna.
So So
That's
I'm not going to ring up and go. Wait a minute, mate. I know you want nude. You've got handcuffs on. Can't ring this police woman. She's she's giving me a number. I've got to do this. No,
yeah.
I don't get paid to risk my life like that.
Nah. I mean, it's a case of you see a man with handcuffs. I mean, obviously, it's always like behind the back, but sometimes it's in front of him. You see a guy stood there, handcuffed like that. You're not gonna go. That guy who's handcuffed. Excuse me, mate. Have you got handcuffs on? You're not gonna say that. You're gonna think, fuck. If that's that guy with the handcuffs, I need to go that way. Fuck it, I'll go the long way. Fuck that shit. You're not gonna risk your life because he will. He will come in. Fucking hell! I saw fucking God. That fucking freaked me the fuck out. That freaks me the fuck. I just felt. You know what? Jesus Christ, Kelly, you scared the living crap out of me.
Like you're talk, I'm like.
No, because thing is, right, I blur it out because it don't really matter. Uncensored is just about us talking. We're not really bothered about the backgrounds.
On decoration here, So,
yeah, exactly. It's just my bedroom, and until I get the office sorted out. But at the end of the day, you're not going to risk your life. I mean, obvious. Huh?
You got no chance risking your life.
Police, the risk of life, okay, that's all fine and dandy. It's part of the job. They do a good service, even though half of them are bent as fuck. They are. They are. But you see, it's like that. When they show this man is wanted, but do not approach him. He is very dangerous. Like Lee Evans says, you need to get in strangling distance before you can see. Here, is that guy who's wanted? No. You get up to him. It is you. That's it. You know what I mean? It is, though, isn't it?
Yeah, while you're getting strangled, he's like, yeah, I've just found the guy.
yeah. You know that guy that escaped from prison? Yeah. Well, he's strangling me right now. What do you mean you can't come till tomorrow? You mean you're on fucking strike? You know what I mean? But
wrapping up that topic. I just have no words.
The whole thing is, I understand they're trying to get waiting times down. Like people are innocent and guilty, but I just don't think they should leave it in the judge's hands because the judge could be so biased. It's unbelievable, and I'm not saying the jurors have never done it because we both know they have, but the judge could easily send an innocent person down.
The only thing it's got to do is if you look like you've done it, you've done it.
That's it.
That's all they're thinking about. If you've got tattoos all over your face, it could be a spider web there.
Yeah.
Could be a date of birth there. Could be your kid's name on your neck.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, obviously tattoos on your chest and on your arm. That's different to cover up. If they can see tattoos from here all the way down to your neck, and they go, "What's he done?" Right. Well, he's done this. He's done that. They'll just go, "Looks like a thug anyway." They're judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, that's it. With the jury,
this guy could look scary as hell, and he could have had tattoos all the way down his face from head to ear. But he could be the most sweetest guy on earth.
Yeah, exactly. And the judge will just go, "Yep, guilty."
Exactly.
And we aren't even hearing him out, and then that's it. What did he do? He boosted cars, guilty. No, I'm a mechanic. Yeah, sure, you're a mechanic. When he actually is, he is a mechanic, but he just likes tattoos. You know what I mean? It's just man.
It's how it is, isn't it? But yeah, going on to my last topic. This is only a quick topic.
You've got a topic.
This is going to be a quick topic, and I saw this, and I've literally written it down, and I forgot I even written it down, to be honest. But a lot of people, when I said this, are going to probably be like, "Oh, here we go, fucking, he's talking shit again." But I have seen a video on TikTok of a man claiming he's from the year 2027. And he's walking around.
Hang on. Go on. Go on. I'm getting comfortable. Go on. Go on. I'm getting
And
comfortable.
he's walking around
Yeah.
the world, and he's even been in the White House, which I don't believe that at all. But he's even been in the White House. He's gone to all these like high security places where you would never be able to go unless you've got clearance.
Yeah.
He's even gone into busy streets, like busy town centres and
Yeah.
busy areas. And he's like, the world ended, and oh sorry, another pandemic happened, and I'm the only survivor. And he's walking around, and these people, these tech guys who can look at a video and analyze it and go, that's fake or that's real. They've checked everything that they need to check, and supposedly he's from the year 2027. And I don't believe he can be, but for the starters, I know AI and CGI is there and everything now.
Yeah.
But at the same, but the guy is this the war. I mean, obviously AI is that advanced now. You could literally hold your phone in front of your face, and the background could just be all AI. But with the certain camera angles he's moving, it doesn't look like it's AI. He literally the first video I watched, he spawned in his well, sorry, spawned. He woke up in his flat. He woke up in his flat. The TV wasn't working. There was nothing on. Electric was still running, but nothing. But there was no people around. He looked out his window. There was nobody. He went walking. It showed you him leaving his flat, locking the door. Showed you him walking streets after streets after streets. And now he's still making videos, going all around the world, trying to find someone. And I'm like, well, okay, I like how you've done that, but what's that got to do with time travel?
Mate,
What's that got to do
I
with
don't
time travel?
believe it. I
I
mean,
don't.
now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Will time travel be allowed in the future? I don't know. Will it become possible? I don't know. Same with, will there ever be a cure for cancer? We never know.
But it's that thing I told you. I think I don't know if I said this on a previous podcast with that guy who had a birthmark.
Hmm.
There was a guy who had a birthmark, and he was talking to him, and then the guy went back a couple of days later, knocked on the door to see if the guy was there. The guy who he spoke to, who had a birthmark on his right eye, I think it were,
Yeah.
or left one of his eyes, he had a birthmark on one of his eyes. The mum was there, and she went, "Oh no, my husband died 6 years ago." He went, "Well, did he have ginger hair?" He goes, "No, the person who had ginger hair is my son," and the son had the same birthmark. And a lot of people are saying he time traveled from the future to warn him that, like, not like warn him
Yeah.
to do something. So I'm like, and so I mean, I watch videos. I'm thinking they won't tell us if time travel exists anyway.
No, no, no. I mean, I don't believe it. I mean, there'd be
If you want
some.
to go back in time to to see dinosaurs, go and play Jurassic Park.
Thing
Or
is,
what about that? Because I don't think. I mean, I'd like a bit of my mind, a bit of my brain's thinking maybe it is possible. Maybe it is. Maybe
I'd like to
some of
see
the
if it is
higher elites have got
possible.
it. But another part is like, well, why haven't we all got introduced to this?
Uh,
But I don't think it'll ever. I mean, maybe in a few years, but probably been where dust and forgotten about, and most of our family have followed suit. Maybe it will be.
I don't
But
know.
I don't see it. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. Like, no, I'm not going to walk to the shop and someone's going to go puff out of existence, like puff into existence and go, "Oh, hi there. I'm 5 years in the future. This shop's going to get closed down tomorrow." I'm like, well, may as well clear the stock out then, shall
Someone said to me, "I'm from the future, and I know a mental asylum for you as well. Got
I?
lovely padded rooms." I'm just saying that if time travel were possible, why come back? I mean, yeah, okay, the world's ended, fair enough. You know, you're the last survivor. You know, the last thing on my mind would be, I'm going to go back and tell everyone I'm a time traveler. I'd go back and find out what the fuck happened. You know, try and
Well,
prevent it. If
I
you
mean,
can't.
a lot of people have joked saying they'd go back and stop certain people from being born, like Hitler and stuff like that. But I don't think. I mean, yeah, maybe stopping them would happen, but obviously something else could have happened.
Yeah, exactly. Something a lot worse could happen. That yeah. Uh,
So yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I think that I don't believe time travel's real. I don't think it ever will come real
same.
because I just think there's that much crap. Just say for instance, you had an option to either. I mean, there's rumours going around that they have found a cure for cancer. They just don't want. But think about it. You're a scientist. You can either design a time machine or the cure for one of the biggest killers in the world. What you gonna do?
Well, I'd try and find a cure. To be honest.
Actually, to be honest, nowadays they probably fucking go, fucking we'll get a time machine.
Back,
But
go back
yeah,
in time and they'll go back. We'll build a time machine because if you go back in time, you won't have got it. I'm still gonna get it though.
yeah, exactly.
The
Man.
arguments regardless.
It's just it's I don't know, man. Same with that. I mean, it's not the same, but it's similar. They said that you know what the Arctic Wall is, don't you? Exactly. They're saying that there's like 7 continents, and they said then there's just the Arctic Wall that goes around it. If you go
Yeah,
past that,
if you believe the Earth's flat, then there's a big massive ice wall that
yeah,
goes
to
around the
start,
planet.
yeah,
If you to believe that the world's flat, and then beyond that wall, there's other
yeah,
continents
there's like,
with different things that we've never seen before. Now, not being funny, but if the world was flat, everything would just go straight to the middle. Gravity would just go into the middle. Everything would be smashed together. The world would probably just disappear.
obviously, believe what you want, but I don't believe the world is flat. I don't believe it.
I
But
believe it's round
yeah, I
because
believe it's round.
if it wasn't round, I mean, people are going to probably put this in the comments, but if the world was flat, why is the moon round?
Good point. That is, yeah. There's nothing else to say. Do you actually know the
And when you
moon
go
broke off from Earth?
and when you go on Google Map or Google Earth,
Yep,
why is it showing a big round planet?
exactly, man. It's daft. It really is.
I mean, there's maps out there saying that the Earth was flat. Maybe because they're saying like if you look at the like obviously I don't know if you can see from your window, but look out your window and
Yep.
you see there's like a line, but you can't see anything anymore, right?
Mhm.
Maybe you just see a few houses over the shore, or
Yeah.
and they're saying that proves that the Earth is flat because you can't if it's supposed to curve, you'd see it curving. No, that's just how far our eyes and our
Yeah. Can
brain
see. Yeah.
see that far. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
just because the Earth goes like that, and then in reality it's going to curve round like that, our brain doesn't see that. Our brain is only seeing
Mm.
what it's making our eyes see as
Yeah.
far as the light goes, because the light obviously comes on the sun. Obviously, takes about 8 minutes to get down to Earth,
Yep.
right? And then obviously it bounces off of our eyes to see
Mm.
what we can see now, but it's only going that far, but we can't see far past that line, and
No.
that's what people are saying the Earth is flat. Sorry, if the Earth is flat, why the hell is there hills?
Good point.
There's hills. I walk up hills when I'm going to work. I walk down
So
hills when I'm going to work. You probably walk on a couple of hills yourself when you're taking your dog out for a
yeah.
walk. If the Earth was flat, a lot of people say if the Earth was flat, the gravity would be hard to walk. Yeah, it's hard to walk uphill. It's been like that every single time. But the oceans would not be the same as what they are now.
No, they won't.
The daytime would probably be the cycle for day and night would probably be different.
It would be.
So there's no. I mean, if rockets were to go up into space, how have they sent rockets up into space?
Don't
Why have
even.
NASA got a round? Why have NASA got a round planet with a rocket going as their logo if the Earth is flat?
Yep. Sure. I mean, it's
And
the.
people will go, yeah, but they're trying to trick us. Well, maybe because you eat nothing but digestives and they're flat. Try having, you maybe eat a lot of digestives and Oreos and they're flat. Try having a chocolate, even a chocolate s'more is flat. A biscuit's flat. Try having something that's round. Try having
Yeah.
some chocolate that's round. That's like a complete circle. Because people say, well, if it's flat, well, how come this is flat? Yeah, this I've got a coaster for my cup, for my glass. That's flat. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean the earth's flat.
No man, stop.
You know,
See.
I've got a square box outside of me. Does that mean the world's square now? You know what I mean? The only square world I know is Minecraft, and that's it.
The thing is, though, it's like when you're walking and you've got to go around a corner. You don't know what's around that corner. So what?
Exactly.
So does that mean now the round circle now? Because there's a corner you can go around. It's I just
I mean,
man.
someone's even said that, which I think is a load of shit. They said that if the world was flat, it'd be like looking down from a sky, like when you play. What's the games now? I can't remember. But you know what I mean? You've got like a game. It's like a top-down
Oh,
view.
Skyview.
Yeah, they
Like it,
said that's what you'd see.
oh, don't tell me. Halo Wars, where you like all Skyview when you're looking down.
Yeah, so you can still see
Yeah,
corners
yeah,
and still see like things around,
yeah,
but the world is like what you see. Because obviously Halo, there is a few ramps you can go up
yeah,
on Halo, but it looks like it's flat, doesn't it?
yeah.
They said that's what the world would look like. It'd just be a total thing from us. If someone was to take a picture in the sky of us, it'd just look like a top-down version of a game. You just see his heads going like that, and that's it. You just see his heads doing that, walking, and that's it. I don't believe that.
No, man.
I don't believe that. I don't want to accept that as a reality. I mean, if you can show me proof, someone, if a flat Earth believer goes up into space and a round Earth believer goes up into space and they like take a photo from different angles and they take enough photos to prove that it's round or it's flat, then that's what they need to do to end the argument. But then the argument, I thought that would end an argument, but
No.
the argument still continues. The real Earth was destroyed in 2020 in
Oh.
2012, so they've only created this one as a simulation. Right, and I've heard jokes about the guy being dyslexic and asking me in 2021, but we're still here, aren't we?
I mean, there's so much crap going on. It's so.
And that's what brings time, and that's why they believe brings time travel to it, because the time travel's saying, "Oh, the Earth's flat. That's why we can bend time to our will." No, you just whatever mushrooms you've been smoking and eating, can I have some? Because you're just talking crap. I want to
Yeah,
literally
man.
escape from. I want to escape from reality as much as the next person does.
Who don't?
That's why we play games.
Yeah,
Escape from reality. But the only way you're going to see time travel in your life is play games that are based in the future or based in the past.
exactly.
Like we used
Exactly.
to play that game on Xbox and PlayStation a lot called Tool Rock,
Yep, I
the
remember that.
Dinosaur Man. Now, obviously, we don't know. A lot of people say dinosaurs didn't exist. We're the only Earth. We're the only creatures on this planet. We've took over this planet. We used to live on Mars, but we
Mm,
messed Mars up, and now we've come to Earth. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But how did they know what dinosaurs look like if they didn't exist?
exactly.
Why would they call? I mean, they say dinosaurs don't sound like they sound on TV. How do you know? I
You
mean, when they
don't.
make Jurassic Park, when they make Jurassic Park, they're using animal noises for today.
Obviously.
Like they'll use tigers and lions and
Mm,
stuff, and they'll use their roar and they'll just edit it to make it sound more louder and deeper and
mm,
more dinosaur-like. But if dinosaurs didn't exist, I mean, yeah, we've seen archaeologists have dug up skeletons of dinosaurs' heads and skeletons and shit. So what are they? They just what are they then? Which country made them? You know,
I don't know.
I remember one. I remember I had a box of cereal once, and I tipped it out, and there was a box probably like I'd say that big.
Yep.
It was a thing where you had to archaeology, like a little archaeologist set, and you had to dig away, and underneath it there was a T-Rex skeleton,
Mhm.
and they were collector's items. They were collectors,
Yep.
collector things, right? I only ever got one of them, and it was a T-Rex. I To this day I don't know where that is. I probably India. I don't know where it is, but it was in my room for ages, and then I had a big clear out. I think it's in a box somewhere. But next time I will try and find it. If I haven't binned it, I will definitely try
Yeah.
and like have it in somewhere. But literally you just if they didn't exist, then why are they finding bones? I mean, someone said they found a real life archaeologist of King Kong. Now, I don't believe King Kong existed,
I
but obviously,
don't.
gorillas do exist,
Yes.
but not big gorillas like King Kong. I'm pretty sure if they said a real gorilla the same size as King Kong has been found and this is the footage, I would not want to leave my front door.
Would it make a
I'm
difference?
scared of leaving.
If we put them, you go right. I'm not going leaving out. I'm safe. It still make a difference. That was a push through your window.
Yeah, but at least if he's outside, at least if he looks through the window and he's like, oh, on a rampage of killing things, because obviously big things kill small things. I'd hide in my bed or I'd hide behind something. So if he looks through the window and goes, no, there's no one in there to kill. All right, I'll move on.
Yeah, but it's able to just push a building over, and then I think you're fucked.
Yeah, well, I'd rather die by being crushed than being crushed by a big, massive gorilla hand.
True.
I'd rather die by my house falling around my ear. At least it's my house that kills me, not something else.
In it, man.
So I paid bills for you, and now you're gonna kill me.
Of all the work I've put into you, this is how you repay me by crushing me.
Exactly. So I mean, I don't know which country it was. I don't know if it were near Vietnam or something. They'd seen a big giant skeleton of like a gorilla, but I don't know. Maybe it would all. I don't know. Maybe it were AI or maybe it were just fake
I don't know.
Photoshop.
It could have been
Anyway,
anything.
so closing down my topic.
Yeah.
Because we are literally out of time.
Yeah, we are.
Thoughts on time travel? I don't think it exists.
No.
I don't want to believe it, but it's like I've seen a video where some ancestors look like people of today.
I have seen that. I have seen that.
Nicholas Cage has got someone who looked like him many years ago, back in like the 19th century or something.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, someone who looked like someone back in like the 19th century as well. What's the other one now? The guy who created Facebook.
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, someone looked like him back in the 19th century. You know,
I know
so
that
I
one.
mean, so I don't. Maybe people. Oh, it's his ancestors. It's his ancestors. Maybe it is his ancestors. I want to believe it is his ancestors. I don't until I see someone poof in front of me and go, I'm a time traveler. This is going to happen to you. This is going to happen to me. The world's going to happen to this, and then disappears. Then I would believe in it.
Yeah.
But until them days, until someone mysteriously appears in front of me and goes, I'm from the year 21, whatever. This world's going to be engulfed in fire, and only the strongest of humans will survive. I'll just go. Well, I was born in the 90s, right? I don't think I'm going to live that long. When's it going to start? And that's the first question I said to him. When's it going to start? And if he says, "Oh, it'll start in the year 21," something, I'll go. I'll be dead by then.
I'll be gone. Fuck
So
it.
I'm not gonna. I'll be gone. I'll be dust. I'll probably be forgotten about. Most of my family will probably be gone. So I don't even really want to know.
Yeah,
The
fuck it.
only thing I know is that the Earth's going to be engulfed by the sun. Unless someone speeds that up, then I'm not looking forward to it. But I'm going to be dead when the sun decides to expand and swallow us up. So I'm not going to feel it anyway. So what benefit is it going to be?
Exactly. Nothing.
Are you going to bring me back to life so I can suffer? No. Well, there you go then.
Like, what are you going to do to stop us from all burning? Here's Factor 50. Yeah. Are you seeing from the future? Yeah. Yeah. Padded room over there. There you go, mate.
That padded room's more protecting than this Factor 50.
Exactly. Right, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe time travel. I don't believe the world is flat. Yeah. I just
Yeah,
don't.
I mean, I don't want to believe. I mean, a lot of people would say, like for instance, like this sheet of paper here, right? Piece of card, right? It's flat. So if it's flat, the world must be flat. Okay, then. So what about? Hang on, then. What about the bottom of my glass? That's that way flat,
Yeah.
that way round. Because it's meant to be flat, they believe the world's flat. All right, then. What about okay then? What about
What?
this little thing here, right?
Yeah. What about a hat? That's not flat.
That's not flat either.
No,
That's not
no.
flat. That's just that broke a Christmas decoration doing that. Sorry, that's broke off. But yeah, not a lot of things believe. Oh, a piece of paper's flat, so that means it's flat. All right, then what about a pen lid?
Yeah, exactly.
That's flat on top, yeah, but it's still round.
Yep. Daft man.
So So, like I said, man, people. I mean, we're probably going to get a lot of people in the comments going, "Oh, this and that," but we're open to, well, like I said, opinions. That's our opinion.
Yeah, yeah. This whole thing's just our
Well,
opinions. You
we're
know,
not,
we're not
we're
saying
not
we're
sat. We're not.
right.
If you was to join our podcast right now, or maybe even next episode, and go, I believe that this is gone. We're not going to sit there and go, get out, you're wrong.
Mm.
Our beliefs are better than yours. We just
No,
go,
no,
okay,
no.
well, that's
That's
your
your
opinion.
belief. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to accept that, you can accept that. I'll believe what I want to believe in. You believe in what you want to believe in, and we just agree to disagree.
Completely
So, like I
agree.
said, I mean, I'd love to have someone on the show, that could literally make these longer, or even give us extra topics.
Well, to be honest,
Because
it's very long as it is already.
oh yeah, yeah, but I think obviously having an extra topic that we don't
Oh
think that
yeah,
we
yeah,
haven't thought
yeah.
about,
Yeah, I can
this,
guarantee it.
So I think if we stick to the same topic every single time, it's going to be a bit
Yeah.
boring. It's
Mm.
like today we'll talk about the government. I can just go on GB News and watch that.
Yep. True.
I can talk. We're going to talk about trains. Okay, well, I can just find a train video on TikTok and know everything about it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about video games. Okay, maybe a bit interesting, but thing is, I can just look on YouTube and look at some video game knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree.
I mean, there's a podcast out there, literally, right, run by a 19-year-old. I think he's still 19, or maybe 20 now, and he just does a podcast about games. Just nothing. Don't play them. Just talks about them. He gets like imagine this is an Xbox game, right, or a
Mm.
PlayStation game. He'll go FIFA. It's a good game. I've played it. Obviously that's why I've got it. But he's like, but this game is good, and then they like turn it on the back, and he'll go like, we've got this. You've got that. You can do this. He sometimes shows like if it's pre-recorded, he'll sometimes show like game footage of it, but not as a playthrough. It'll just show you like what it means if you can't visualize it.
Yeah.
But obviously he's on Spotify, so it don't make a difference with
Mm.
that. I don't know why, because you can't really, but you can't really see it on his podcast because it's classed as MP3, not an MP4.
All right.
So you can't really see. But on the videos he does on his, I think he's on Twitch and I think he's also on YouTube as well. He actually talks just nothing about games. Like when Black Ops 7 come out, he ripped it to shreds.
Well, I
He
can't
went.
really
He looked. He
blame
literally
him.
looked. He literally looked at the camera and went, Treyarch, Activision, and he read all the names of the developers off who worked on it. What were you thinking?
I completely agree with you.
When he held the copy of it in his game and went, hit the bin up and just went.
Mm.
He went. That's where that game belongs.
Yeah.
What are you doing? If you make another sequel like that, I will not be buying it. And I think you need to up your game and make more Modern Warfare games
Yeah,
because
Modern Warfare were good.
Modern Warfare is more or less based in probably not bang on today's world,
Yeah, but it's
but at
not
least
far off.
but at least we haven't got jets and we've got jets, but we haven't got jets that fly through houses that
No.
can go invisible. Maybe in a few. I mean, they predicted that, didn't they, for 2025?
Mm.
Something were going to happen in the middle, in the like wherever. Black Ops 2 was based, like in other countries.
Yeah.
Now they're saying in 2035, because it's based 10 years 10 years into the
After.
future. That's gonna happen, right? So I'm gonna sniff some red gas. I'm gonna hallucinate being on a motorway when cars are coming down and cars are flying at me.
Yeah, fuck.
Right then, so I'm gonna next week you're gonna tell me I can't wash my hair in shower because I'm gonna hallucinate by seeing one of my mates who's like same size as Godzilla.
I can imagine. I'll video call you. So, Kieron, what are you doing? Kieron? What are you doing? Dodging the punches. Fucking punches! Can't you see him? Who? Mike Tyson. No. He just almost hit me again. Have you been sniffing that red gas again? Only a bit. Yeah, right, Kieron. Call me when you've actually stopped hallucinating. Yeah, I can fucking imagine.
And turn around and I just look at you. Oh my god, you're Jake Paul.
I'll just be like, you know what? This friendship's over. I'm in the call. Don't hang up, Justin.
Justin.
It was just random names. Like, oh, whatever. I'm going, Kieron. Alright, see you, Martin. The fuck are you saying? You Martin Kemp? No, fucking not. Bye,
Oh, you're
Kieron.
his brother. You're his brother, the ugly one. I'll fucking come out to the house and I'll show you.
Well, fucking sure you will,
Oh, trust me, man, that's great. Oh, like I said, I hope they don't bring another sequel out about that. But like I said, ending all the shits and giggles. Thanks for watching the podcast. I really did enjoy it. I always do enjoy it.
Same.
You know, thanks for having us on. Obviously, we only do a video or a podcast if we've got topics. Now I've got more topics that we could talk about, but we'll be here for about 5 hours. I don't think Lee wants to go through a 5-hour video. I'm sure he's got better stuff to get on with.
Yeah, I'm doing Vlogmas. I need to get back on with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I think my arse would be dead on the sea if I was here for 5 hours. About what are you doing, Kieron?
Yeah. Don't start that bouncing shit again. Don't start that one of the last podcast. I can't fucking speak. One of the last podcasts we were talking about bouncing. Do you remember that? We just start bouncing on the seat for no reason. Yeah, we don't start that crap again.
But obviously one of these days we will. You know, if you want to join our podcasts,
yeah, just let us know.
Let us know. And, rather message me or Lee and just say, if you want to be in it and you've got some interesting topics that we haven't mentioned yet, feel free to mention them.
Yep, guys, that's it. So, thank you for watching. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Get your comments in.
All of our channels will be linked in the description.
Yep, exactly, all of them. And yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed this, and if you have, like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, put your comments down, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.